And we here.
We here? All right, 4 seconds in. All right, so I can see the button up here as soon as we get some viewers. I don't know if I have to. Oh shoot, I gotta close down the other thing in YouTube. Hold up, I probably
All
gotta
right.
close that down. There's probably people waiting in it, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody's like kind of looking to see.
All right, let me get out of YouTube, and I think I gotta end. I gotta end the stream on YouTube. I think it's.
Oh,
Well, I gotta exit out.
all good. Take your time, man.
We got people. We got people coming in. Okay. Let me see if anybody's waiting on the other end here. Did you see the new numbers about the ownership for retail for us? Our ownership at AMC?
Yeah, I seen that shit.
The new data?
Yeah.
You know, no one's taking into consideration though with that. I'm gonna put the chat up. No one's taking into consideration all of the things. Good evening, guys. Tenny time, what's up, baby?
What's
Let me just
good?
make
What's
sure.
good?
Let's make sure this is off. They're not taking into account all of the shares. All right, let me end this. So this is live. I'm gonna end this. End. More actions and I guess I could just delete this, right?
All right, hold on.
Let me see.
Chad said he'll be here in a few minutes.
Okay, cool. Awesome. All right. Let me make sure this is off.
James, what's happening, G?
Yeah, can you hit the chat up real quick while I get rid of this?
What's up, y'all? Y'all want to have a conversation? Ask us some questions. Talk about it. Talk about it. And you know what's coming. What about March 3rd?
All right, we got
that shit.
all right, we good. I think we're good. I don't think there's anybody waiting, so we good.
All
All right, guys, what's up? Who we got in here? Hammer. Let me see. DC, Brenda, good evening. Carl J. Tiny time, what's cracking, man?
All
right.
My guy.
Who else is in here? Let's see. Dream, new channel, be reckless over there. Pam, good evening.
The realtor, I'm sorry, Pam the trader. Yeah.
Pam, did you ever get a hold of Natalie?
Mr. Simon, what's happening?
Mr. Simon's in the chat. Lou is in the chat. Excellent. No need to see Wrench versus Review Dog fight. What? What's that?
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Ronesh Capital here. I'm gonna come and kick some ass today. What about you, sir? What's going on, you filthy animals? It's me, Review Dork.
Is that what they're talking about?
Ass today.
Thank you, Pam. So there was no real beef between them, right? Wrench and Review Dork?
People. That's the cool thing about this. It's so many AMC retail holders, bro. You could just come up with a match. That's why people's like, "Yo, do this and do that."
Oh! I got you. Okay, Smith, what's up? I got you. I know who it is now. Pam says she's driving back. Jeffrey, what's up, brother? Mr. Simon is here. Oh, he messaged Natalie. She said you were one of the best YouTubers.
Jeffrey, what's happening? What's happening?
Bobby, Alina, good evening. All right, so we got 31 here right now. All right. And so just so you guys know, Chad is going to be joining us in a little bit. I don't know how long, but he does have the info to get in here. And as soon as he's on, we'll bring him up. I'm going to try to keep live streams from now on to a maximum of 4, because I think last time it was too much. It's too much, and trying to divide that time and let everyone get a chance to speak. This way, I think it'll work good. At least I hope.
The shorts cover?
Then what are we talking about?
No?
What are we talking about? Chris, good evening. Ari is in the chat. Mario, good evening. Liz Clayman's whistle. All right, so
somebody said do Maxilorian and Luca fight.
Hell no.
Hey, listen, out of respect for Maxilorian, I will never put Maxilorian in the fight.
That's why this is my real brother here. This is my real brother. That shows true loyalty there, that he will not overstep that and put me in, get my ass whooped.
Boy. I'm not putting Maxilorian in the fight at all. So
I appreciate that. Phil, what happened to Meta? What's up with Meta?
Well, hey, man,
What the hell?
I
What
always said Meta was a long-term investment, nothing to do with anything short-term.
for AMC?
Yeah, don't even look at Meta for anything right now. Like it's a literally a 5-6 year play. Because see, everybody's talking about the metaverse, they're gonna talk themselves into the metaverse. So if you already got whatever in it, just
Right,
be
right,
ready in 6 years. By the time Amazon starts shipping out those Meta shades, the next thing you know, Facebook doesn't work the same no more for you.
right.
Technology always will upgrade. Remember that. So Pam said, "Have Massalorian fight me." What's up? What's up, Mass? Y'all about to have a pillow fight? Mass, don't tell me you're frozen, man. Okay, so I'm the only one here. So this is my stream now. So I'm running Massalorian's channel. Holy shit! Let's have a conversation, people. Oh man. Am I the only one here? Tell me, let me know. Let me see what Massalorian is doing. Let me text him because he's done disappeared real quick on my ass. What's up, people? What's up, Mass?
I don't know how I lost you. My bad. Here we go. Okay.
The Mystery Lorian. What the
Yeah.
hell, man?
You're gonna be on the left. All right.
Oh,
So
man.
that just restarted. I apologize, guys. I had to reload because I could not see myself on camera. Obviously, you guys
Edward
can see
J
me.
was good. Drew's what's happening?
There
Let's
we
see
go.
what's in here. Yeah.
All right. So you saw those numbers? You saw that? You heard the numbers?
Let's go ahead and
54%.
discuss it for those who haven't seen the numbers.
Okay, so I do have the numbers in front of me here. So, and this is based on just a couple hours ago. So in June, by June, when did he go on? When Adam Aaron went on with Trey for that interview, we were at 80%, and right now it says that ownership by institutions is 54% of the float, and 36.5% of those, I believe, are long on AMC. 548 total institutions that have a position, which leaves us under 50% according to these numbers for retail owning AMC right now. Now, that's not taking into consideration any synthetics or anything else that's out there, right? So this is just based off the info that we know that we can prove right now factually out of 513 million shares, right?
Right.
So I don't know. What do you think about that? Does that make you nervous at all?
No, it doesn't.
No, me neither.
Not at all. Doesn't shake me. Shorts haven't covered. Then what the hell are we talking about? They could spew whatever they want. They could do everything. Like I've been have rocks thrown at me. Doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to me, man. Like if they're not gonna do what they need to do, I'll still hold. I'll still buy. I'll have a separate account and call it my synthetic account. I don't give a. You know what I'm saying here, man.
I hear you. So the one thing about me that's frustrated me this whole time is not being able to identify the fact that we can't get a factual number for retail's ownership of AMC shares after a year. I mean, think of all the different ways that we've tried, the different things we've attempted in order to get these shares registered and get an actual number. I mean, I just feel like that would solve so many problems if everyone who actually owned AMC could go somewhere safe, put in their amount of shares, so at least we would know what the apes actually own. If we could get that number, we'd be able to base our decision making so much easier going forward if we just knew how many actual shares AMC owns of that float. Because these numbers to me look a little bit skewed. I don't think we've lost 30% of the float in the last 6 months. I mean, It's possible, but I feel like there's more people that have joined, not less. You know what I mean?
Yeah. My thing is, we attempted to do that with Log the Float. However, there was a lot, everybody doesn't trust everybody at the moment, and so everybody's just like, come on, Adam Aaron, just do this and do that. And, Adam Aaron, I don't know. I'm not him. I don't expect him to speak for me or do anything for me. All I expect him to do is to keep the business running. That's just me personally. I don't expect him to do, jump loopholes and risk my investment, which I believe that's what he's on right now. As far as what he's, how if you look at his moves, it's kind of like how Ryan Cohen is doing, but on a more mature scale. Ryan Cohen's gonna tweet, certain symbols, certain type of signs, kind of speaking in code, and even Adam Aaron himself is tweeting in code, but we can't just say, yeah, this is the catalyst and this is it and this is that. Nobody really knows, and so, in my mind, in my opinion, you feel me? Like, I don't want him risking delisting our stock at all, because I'm trying to be trying to keep it clean here.
Please.
Yeah. So I don't want people to pressure him so much that he just throws the car off the cliff and says, hey man, I had no other choice. And everybody's like, man, you had at least 2-3 roads. You could have just been patient and just let it fly. Look at the guy from Overstock. He's still going through the same thing.
Yeah. Yep. What's his name there? Burns, right? The CEO?
Yeah, Burns. He's still going through the same thing. So it's if he's going through it still, I mean, yeah, of course we're still going to be going through it. And there's nothing we could really, we've done as much we could do that we could control. We can't control the narrative here. We can't force anything. All we could do is allow people to do what they have to do. Investigate, take your time. We just need to practice patience. What I've started doing, as you already see, John Wayne Sniper say "Sa passe, Nabule, brother." Yeah, like I've been said, I got some partners coming through to talk in translation.
Sac passe.
Sac passe, that means what's up in Haitian.
Really? In Creole?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I'm not even Haitian. I just got.
I was gonna say you're not Haitian, right?
Nah.
No, okay. I didn't think so.
But what was I saying? Basically, like, we got 3 other roads, man. We have to be patient. I started creating these, fight videos to, help with the patience, give us a laugh and go right, do what we have to do, live our lives. This is one of the reasons why I speak about, hey, listen, yes, you got your money in, you got your investment in, but you're going to have to be patient. You have to practice extreme patience. Yes, they're cheating. Yes, they're doing everything. Yes, they got all the connections. But what yelling at us, YouTubers or people on Twitter, what is that going to do for your play? It does nothing.
Yep. No, I think it's a good distraction, man. Honestly. I mean, the idea itself was genius. But the content actually is good. I mean, it would be one thing if it was just a fight video and you had 2 names up there and they kind of look like each other, but doing the commentary and stuff, I mean, that adds a whole nother level to it. I don't know how have they been, I mean, they've been getting awesome, like, views and everything, right? I mean, they're amazing. So I love them. Keep that up, because that helps me take my mind off all the stress behind this. And, trying to get back to I mean, it's a lot of work doing this. And I enjoy it. I love it.
We need to start something completely new, something we can control.
Joseph,
right?
thank you.
We have to get into a mindset. What can we control that we can say, you know what? We did this. So I'm going to give a super duper shout out to Pam the Trader. You know what she does on her YouTube channels? She spends money on AMC, not just shares. She goes to the movies. We should be reviewing movies, people. We should be going to the movies, reviewing movies. We should be able to put our money in AMC. Hey, man, I bought popcorn. I bought this. I bought that. I don't care. I don't care. I got my money in this. Okay, we should all be doing that. And look what AMC Bigums does. He talks about the earnings, looks at it all the time. Because I mean, yeah, it's not matching, right? Obviously, right? But guess what? The more we go to the movies, the more we buy games from GameStop, right? The more it just is so much pressure that they can't handle it. And we're all working. Come on.
I know. So someone said in the comments,
Scott Luca.
why did if we owned 80-90% of the float back then, which we did, we definitely did, why would anyone have sold? And the only thing I can answer to that is, people might have got a little bit nervous when we started coming down, especially after we dropped out of that $40 to $50 range back in mid-November. I mean, I know I started to question everything. I mean, you can ask Tony. I was calling him being like, man, am I losing my mind? Because I got a lot of money in this play. I don't want to be wrong about this. I had to check myself a couple times because, it can cause a panic when you see prices dropping like that and not being able to rebound and come back and hit those levels again day after day. I mean, if you just look at the chart going back from right after we had the run up, it's a consistent downward pattern. I mean, there are a couple bounces that we got, maybe when day traders jumped in, we had some FOMO, but Tony, thank you. You don't have to do that. But I do, Tony, will you do me a favor? Thanks, Tony. Can you do me a favor, Tony? Can you weigh in on this? What do you think about the numbers? The 54% institutional ownership. Do you think that's dead on? Is that correct? That was the number that I heard today. 54% is institutional, and that possibly we could be down. I mean, that would mean that we're less than 0.5%. I mean, 0.5%, half of the float that we own, which means we wouldn't even be the majority right now. So I'm going to see what Tony weighs in on here. Vengeance is coming, shorts. Vengeance is coming. I'm ready for the movie. Do you have your tickets to Batman? Are you going to go see it right away?
Me? Yeah. I actually am day one going to be there watching Batman. And I will, like I said in my videos, NFT collector here. I don't care. I'll just collect them. I'm just going to keep not only buying the stock, I'm going to keep buying tickets. I'm going to be right there day one. Okay, when's the next one coming out? NFT as well? Sure, whatever. Click. Moonfall? Yep. I didn't like that movie. Anyways, I go see it anyways. Click. Right. Want to go see it. NFT, collect. You know what I'm saying? By the time this is over, this is going to be some crazy, crazy things that's happening, and so I'm just excited for it. I'm excited for it. So
yeah, I'm definitely excited. I'm excited for the movie itself. I'm excited for
the movie itself. I'm looking to see the Riddler and see what he does. Everybody is about the Joker, but me, I'm like, okay, what is the Riddler gonna do? Who's gonna act really, really, really good in the Riddler? I want to see that.
Mr. Simon, thank you, man. So yeah. I was gonna say they said this is they said Robert Pattinson. Now he's not someone I would particularly put in a Batman movie. I wouldn't think to put him in there, but they said like he's nailed it as far as being the dark Batman, like a dark character. Yeah. And what's the chick's name? She's so fly. What's her name? Not Lenny Kravitz. It's his daughter.
His daughter.
No, it's not Lenny Kravitz's daughter, is it?
Zoe Kravitz?
Yeah, Zoe Kravitz. That's who it is, right? That's who Catwoman is, right? Oh my god, she looks so dope in that movie. That when she had that pink short, oh my god. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that, man. I am. I liked. She was in a show on HBO called shoot. It was it was about a bunch of rich women in like Northern California, and I can't think of it now. Somebody in the chat might know, but she was in that show. Zoe Kravitz, man, she's one beautiful woman, I'll tell you that. Why not demand a share count? So people are talking about this. Why not demand the share count? So there was something that came up. I remember back in that second interview with Adam Aaron in Trades. there was a reason why that was unfeasible, and I can't remember what it is now. If someone in the chat knows. AMC Mike, Masses in the house. Nice, baby.
What's good,
Good to see my
AMC
neighbors.
Mike?
Good to see my neighbors.
What's good, Warren? I'm looking for those phone numbers too, brother.
Jeremiah says Jim Carrey did an awesome job as Riddler. Now,
yeah, he did.
Yeah, he was good in that, right? That was when it was Schwarzenegger and as Iceman, right?
As Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze, right? Yep. Yeah, okay, yeah, I remember
Joe
that
Pesci as Mr. Penguin.
Yeah, as the Penguin. And Colin Firth is the new Penguin, right? In this movie, Colin Firth. I'm
Not
pretty
sure. I haven't looked at all the cast, but
okay.
I'll figure it out.
I like the new whip, man. The old, muscle car, like the old 70s, late 60s muscle car. It looks nice. It looks good in the movie. It looks awesome.
Yeah, I love that, man.
But New York, New Jersey's in the house. Droob's White. So Fred is asking about DC. Fred, so I am really making a hard line attempt at getting down there. I'm trying to find places. Oh, Tony wants to jump on, so let me send him an invite guest. Yeah, I'm trying to find a place to stay right now outside the city that's cheap because I don't have a lot of dough. My other concern is what's going to be happening at the time with AMC in the market. I want to be available to get to every point I need to in case something happens. And, I know we've been saying that for a long time, but you never know. I mean, it could happen next week and I'm in DC with with an iPad not being able to do anything. That would be a problem. So I have thought about it deeply and I really am going to try to get down there. If nothing has changed within 48 hours, what I was thinking was I'll book the hotel room. And then if something happens with that 48 hours, I'll just cancel. So that's what I was thinking. And if the market seems like, we're still getting attacked because of this invasion and inflation and everything else, and, the market's taking a slide and continues to slide, I think I might be better off being there. I could probably bring more news and information, especially because, these people that are going there, I just think that it should be documented. And after seeing what happened in Ottawa and the mainstream media label these people the way they did, I want to make sure the story's correct. So I'm going to really try, Fred. I'm going to try. All right, let me get some more comments up here.
Jeffrey says that Ben Affleck was the best Batman of all time.
You think so? You think so?
I said that's what Jeffrey said.
Oh, no, Jeffrey, no. What?
He's joking, man.
Okay. All right, hold on. I got to send Tony this email. Hold on one second.
Do your thing, man.
Yep.
All right, let me look at the comments. Let's see what we got here. You think we get any push out of earnings? I mean, when it comes to like a big weekend of a movie, possibly, but don't count on it. Remember, I mean, some people, we have to also consider, Master Lorraine, that everybody is not aware of the criminals in suits that's behind the scenes messing with everything. They're not considering that. Other people are considering that and not saying too much because the criminals are in suits doing everything they can. And they just do not want us individuals in this chat. They don't want us that's live right now. They don't want us getting no bags at all. Yep. So what are they going to do? They're going to keep doing. They're gonna, they stepped on the mine, like Scott Lucas says. They stepped on the mine, and they're afraid to get off because they're going to get blown the hell up. And eventually, you're going to have to get off that mine and get blown the hell up. So it is what it is. Like I said, there's nothing we can do as far as we could all scream and shout. We could all fight each other. We can do all the things we want, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. What matters is what are you doing to invest in AMC to make the money look good? What are you doing that's going to add to the earnings? What are you doing? Don't talk about what we're doing. We're doing what we have to do.
Right.
What Pam the Trader does, she's always at the goddamn movies. You feel
Hey.
me? Me, I'm only at the, I'm gonna be
Hold up.
honest, I'm only at the movies when I get an NFT. I'm being honest. I'm just gonna keep it real, bro. I'm just gonna keep it real. However, you know, when I go to the movies and I'm getting my NFT, I'm spending big money, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
Chris, thank you, man. Chris, always thank you. Thank you. I hope you guys just understand why I don't put them up, but I always just make sure I say thank you to anyone. So, all right, let's see here. Let's see. Oh, here's something you were just saying about the men in suits. So today, all day, before I came on here from, I don't know, 3 o'clock till 8 o'clock, I'm working on a video for tomorrow about the DOJ investigation. And it's going to be good. Get ready for tomorrow. There's going to be a good video coming out talking about men in suits and their historical place in this market and in Congress and the whole nine. I went back between 2008 and 2012 to look at all the DOJ investigations that were opened up or SEC investigations, and I'm going to play them out in tomorrow's video. But it was taking way too long to get it edited by tonight and do this at the same time. So I will be up tomorrow for you guys, probably early around 12. But speaking of men in suits, all right, let me see here. Chad is in the chat. Tony is in the house. Let me get Tony on. And nice.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Excellent. Yeah. Loud and clear.
Took me a minute to figure out how to get the camera on. I'm not used to being on this end of the camera.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Right. I forgot. Did you get that link right away?
I did.
Okay.
It's good to sit on this side of the software sometimes. Now I can tell someone, oh, well, check your button and make sure your camera is actually enabled. Duh.
Yeah. I know. Mine just shut off on me. Phil was by himself on here. Let's see.
I was going to answer your question about institutional ownership. Yeah. I don't know who's saying 54%. I'm seeing 36%, between 32 and 36. But if you guys know who's saying more, let me know and I'll check into it tonight. A lot of times people double count. They just download all the data from Fintel, and then they're double counting 13Fs and import filings.
Okay.
And so the best thing to do on Fintel is just go to the top. It tells you the percentage. They back out all the double counting.
Okay. So there's no 13Ds or any of that stuff in there, right? That's already accounted for?
The 13Fs are the actual number, and then the NP filings or the import filings are the ETFs that are underneath. So Vanguard could have a 13F for all of their shares, and then the NP filings for each one of the ETFs that they own, which break it down. And if you're counting both, then you're essentially double counting.
Okay. So
it's a common mistake if you're just downloading raw data and adding it up.
Okay. So if we were going by that number, then AMC, as far as executives, own under 1% still, right? Something like that combined, I think.
I think the Fintel numbers account for everything. So they're saying 36%.
Okay. So then we still are in the wheelhouse then.
Yeah.
We're still majority.
And that's not even counting synthetics and shorts. That's just assuming that the shares is 513 million. So we actually own more than, what is that remainder, 44%? I mean 64%. We own more than 64% if you count shorts.
Oh, that's who it was, Tony. Jeff Forbes' video. That's where that number came from. 56%, 54%.
I was just looking at Forbes' video, and he was I didn't make it through the whole thing. He was showing the same data I was looking at that said 36%. I didn't make it to the end, so I don't know.
Should I pull up the end of the video and play it and see what he says? Want me to pull it up?
It's at the very end.
Yeah, it's at the very end, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you keep entertainment for 1 second while I pull it? All right.
So Tony, Brenda, Queen of Swords, asked, how do we go from 90% to 36%?
Back, what was that, 9 months ago, we were at 80%, not counting shorts. So that number is legit for the moment that it's published, but people and institutions are constantly buying and selling. So that number is only good for a moment in time, and then it changes the next minute. The day they took the count, the day they added up all the retail ownership, that was the moment that it was good. After that, you can't expect that nobody's buying or selling the next day, the next month, the next quarter.
Exactly.
We got to get off this thing that we own 80%. That was good. What was that? June of last year?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah. 4 hours ago, Tony. Let's see here. Let me see if I can just get me right queued in right where I need to be.
And for the record, I'm not a fan of institutions owning a bunch of our shares because they are the most paper-handed bitches that I don't trust.
Yeah, they'll let it go like as soon as it gets to like who knows, like past where we were at our peak, and they're just like, I'm out of here, you know. So
the other thing just to think about, if we want to go down the synthetic road for a second, let's assume we own 500 million or 1 billion synthetics. No one's counting our synthetics. Fintel looks at 513 million shares, and they look at all the 13Fs that are filed, and they add those up, and they do the percentage. But that's not accounting for any synthetic. So honestly, you got to take all these numbers with a grain of salt. We own far more percentage than 64%.
Okay. Okay. Let me see. Let me see if I can screen share this with you guys, and we'll just play the very end of it and see where he got that number from, because I think he does talk about it. Hang on. Let me know. Just let me know when the. Can you guys see Jeff's video up on the screen right now?
No. Now we can.
Now you can.
Yeah.
Okay. Should be audio. I'm gonna mute my mic so that we don't get an echo.
I'll mute mine as well.
Okay. Here we go.
On institution, you still have 54% to hold. What does retail hold? And if they have increased from that 80%, then clearly you can see in plain sight more than the float is being held.
Wait, rewind.
On the contrary,
did he just do a basic math mistake?
On institution, you still have 54%. So that begs
54 plus
percent short. But let's say you even get rid of that
is only 90
short number, because a lot of people were saying there's retail, there's institution, and then there's shorts. And even if you just have a retail and institution, you still have 54%. So that begs to hold. What does retail hold? And if they have increased from that 80%, then clearly you can see in plain sight more than the float is being held. Okay, and on the contrary, okay, how much of retail has gotten out of that position, and potentially who's going to get back into the position, you know what I mean, going forward. So as of right now, 54% is being held on institutions, both included on the long and on the short side. So I thought that was very interesting. I want to share with you guys, especially that we've been covering the 13F filings, and they've all officially rolled in for Q4 of last year. So after this video, guys, I'll see you in the next one.
100 minus 36 is 64%, not 54%. He just made a honest mistake.
Just made a math error, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's all right. Let's see here. I'm going to get back to my two screen. I don't even know how. I'm telling you, Tony, when I hit these buttons, it will not change up things. I don't know why. Like now. Okay. There we go. There we go. All right. Now we're moving.
Hey, I want to share something with y'all because I can't stay on very long. I'm waiting for Scarlett to come back with some food, and then she's going to want a little bit of my time. But get this, in your other live chat where you weren't actually on camera, we were having a great conversation amongst ourselves.
I got to work that out.
I saw this on Twitter. This will give you something to chat about. I saw this on Twitter today, and then it made its way into my comments on my video about the March 3rd date. So now the spin on the narrative from the people in the community, God love every one of you, but the spin now is the SEC is going to enforce regulations that were discussed in open committee, even if they haven't been approved. That's what he meant. They're just going to start enforcing rules that are not in final status.
Not even actually implemented yet, right?
They've been discussed. They've gone out for public comment. They got to come back and be worked on, and maybe but they're going to go ahead and start enforcing them now while it's in a proposed status, because that makes a lot of sense, right? You're going to enforce a rule that's not final.
I have never seen the SEC with this much hustle before in my life. If they get these things done in the time period that everyone's talking about,
look,
it would be a miracle.
This is not FUD. This is not shill. This is not hating on anybody in this community. But guys, you got to understand the SEC does not enforce rules that have not been finalized, published in the Federal Register, and it elapsed their 30 days. And that's step number 10. We're in step number 2. We're in proposal stage.
Yeah, proposal. Yeah, that's it, man. Like I said, I just didn't care until this was actually enforced, and I knew that just based on the wording, everybody that was on Tony's live, we all saw that. It's just words at this point.
Look, the people get confused for an honest reason. When it's proposed, it goes to the Federal Register for public comment. That's where they get input from us and institutions about any tweaks that they need to do before it goes to final. And this is sometimes a year-long process, guys. And people are honestly just getting confused. Step 1, they discuss it. Step 2, they go get comments, and it does go to the Federal Register. That's where people are getting confused. They think that means it's final. Nope.
Yeah, and we're in the very beginning stages. Same thing with the blockchain. That's not coming until the end of Q2, Q3. If that number stays on target, that date or that time period, both of those things, neither one's going to probably line up in the same time period, at least 30 or 60 days. So you're looking at the very beginning stages of these things, guys. So everyone who's running around saying, "Ooh, watch out," it's
remember the non-ATS rule that I covered last night. It was published for comments 14 months ago.
14 months ago.
It's
right.
Still not. Someone asked in the comments, "Why am I against transparency?" Look, I'm dying to get transparency, but I want you guys to understand the process, not what some trust me bro dude's telling you. We'll get to transparency, and it's much needed, but it's not happening in a week. That's all.
Yeah, that's all we're saying. We want these implemented as fast as possible, and them to actually be effective and be enforced, right? Because this is where we're running into issues. There seems to be a lax in enforcement, or anyone doing the DD they're supposed to be to figuring out what's going on. Just going back for the last 2 days now, researching this thing about 2012, the stuff that they were able to, remember, guys, nobody went to jail that wore a suit to Wall Street from the 2008 financial crisis. All of those, one guy, one guy, some nobody. Think about it. They had I'm trying to remember who was it that they brought in there. Was it Rubin that they called to testify in front of Congress? And there was another man, a bald guy. I'm trying to remember if he was at Goldman Sachs. But it was Jamie Dimon, a bunch of them that were on there. And, the congressman there, it was Grassley, the guy from Iowa. And he was saying to them, did you bundle up all of these shit mortgages and sell them to your constituent, to your investors, and then short them? And they admitted that in front of Congress, but nothing happened, right? Obama set up this big task force to go after these guys. Eric Holder, the district attorney at the time, and the DOJ. I can't think of the guy's name. Maybe I can think of it if I might have wrote it down. Yeah, I did actually. His name was Lanny Brewer. He was the head of the criminal division of the Justice Department, and they didn't do shite to these guys. And they had 4 years of investigations. Just keep that in mind. That's all I'm saying. This is a new SEC and a new DOJ, right? But some of the same principles might be working not in our favor.
Someone said in the comments, do we need transparency to squeeze? Absolutely not. In my mind, I bought into AMC a year ago with zero cares about government regulations.
Yep. Yeah, we never had these expectations.
They're a bonus. We do need more transparency, but they're not. Nothing in this play, in my mind, hinges on a SEC regulation.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, agreed. Yep. Phil, weigh in on that. Oh, wait, hold on. Everyone's saying we only own 52%. No, guys, we're 64 is what we're saying, right?
Everybody's getting different numbers. Everybody's confused. It's like
I should never brought it up.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
we should know. We should know what it is.
Right. Whatever you do your research, like that. This is one of the reasons why I stay away from certain things, because the moment and that's why I let certain individuals, that I know that has dug deep into it. I know Tony digs deep into it, so I don't. You got it. You know what I mean? But when it comes to transparency, I got into this play like how Tony said. Sure, it's a bonus. It's great. Thanks. However, the shorts ain't covered. They never covered it all. They're synthetics. You got to be a man and pay your fair share. And if you can't be a man, guess what? I'm just going to be a bigger man and buy more. Simple as that. Simply put, I try to keep a simple lane when it comes to this. Like. I just try to keep it simple as much as possible, because the more complex you make it, the more confusion you'll get, the more FUD comes your way, the more everything. I guess my main focus, as I mentioned, is more of the psychological process as we're holding this stock. It's stressful. You can see it in the comments. You can see, but what about this? But what about that? But what about this? But what about that? Why are you stressing people out who say, hey, listen, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm holding the same stock you're holding, and we're all having a good discussion about it. We all have different opinions. We all come from different life backgrounds, so we're all fighting the same fight. Who cares who's right? Right? Who cares who's right?
Doesn't matter.
But don't purposely, right, go outside of the circle and say, hey, it's going to be this. Only I know.
Yeah, I see a million bullshit stuff on YouTube and Twitter every day, and you don't see me making a video about all of it. Only when it like crosses the boundaries of scaring people out of this play do I bother to make a video out of it. If I spent my day correcting every bullshit that's going on in this community
all day at it.
Yeah, there wouldn't be enough days in the year, but only when it crosses the line of telling people I'm going to sell, we need to get out if nothing happens by this date. It's fraud. That's just bullshit. Come on.
Yep. That's collusion. John Wickensniping says, let's spice things up a little bit. If they halted the stock at 1,500 and you could get out right there, would you take it if the halt was going to be in place for 30 days? Would we know that if they halted it? Would we know a time frame immediately?
I've seen
what was the price?
30 days to 30 days.
1,500.
I don't know. I don't like having these type of. I know he's trying to.
That's.
I know he's trying to whip up conversation. We got enough factual stuff to talk about. There was another comment. Someone asked about the NASDAQ, the new 5-minute aftermarket rule. That have you looked into that, Massalorian?
No, what is going on with that? What is it?
I've been looking into it for a couple days, and I was going to make a video on it. AMC Bigham's already did. So this is I'll just give you guys where I'm at on this, having looked into it. But here's the bare bones, what you need to know on that. First of all, it's only 5 minutes. Second of all, you have to put in an order, and it'll be matched with other orders if you're a big institution that put in the same type of order. And if that doesn't mean that, so you're locked in at that price, you put in your order, but that doesn't mean that other trading isn't going on after hours at different prices. And if the price of the stock goes outside of, I think it was 1% away from that fixed price, then they halt all trading with this new order type. Do you follow what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. But why?
So if retail's buying after hours and running the price up, all those 5-minute orders just get halted because the price of the stock moved away from that price.
1 percentage point, you say?
I don't remember exactly what it is.
But small. It's small.
It's small. Yeah. I was going to do a video on it yesterday and I got sidetracked with the March 3rd stuff, but it like a common sense investor, shout out to my boy. Like he said the other day, it's not, I don't see it being a problem unless we get 11 inches of rain. I'm not saying it, look, anything's possible, right? It could be a problem. We'll find out in a couple of weeks when they go live with that. But based on what I'm reading, it does not look like it's going to affect us. Plus, we're talking NASDAQ. And NYSE settles end of day trades a completely different way with the closing auction. This is a separate process on NASDAQ. If you want the real nitty gritty about how does NASDAQ end their day versus NYSE, those are two separate processes. You want to dig into all that? Well, we don't right now, but why don't you go read about how they close their day and the differences?
Right. Yep. Okay. Let me see here. So Melanie's asking, should I change my account to trade after hours and pre-market in preparation for when the Moass begins? So, so you mean, because with Fidelity doesn't allow for aftermarket trading, I don't believe, correct?
No, you can do after hours with Fidelity.
You can. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So is there any broker that you cannot, that you know of? I'm trying to think. Webull, I know you can E-Trade.
People are asking this question because the guy in New York is saying the run-up's going to happen pre-market or after hours. But
okay,
I mean, this is an ongoing narrative that it's all going to happen when you can't trade, and I just don't think there's not enough liquidity for the squeeze to happen pre-market or after hours. It might start.
Yeah,
it might start, but it's
going to. I already am, boss. I'm calm as a mug right now.
How you gonna trade 20 billion? Pick your number. A $500,000, $1 billion. How are you gonna close out all those with no liquidity after hours? It's just not possible.
You can't, right? You can't. Yeah. Mark is saying that Fidelity only allows you I think that's right. It's only pre-market on Fidelity. Is that right? If you're using Active Trader Pro and you're going to like NASDAQ or the X NASDAQ, is that right? You can only do it in pre-market if you're doing Fidelity.
You have to click a button on Fidelity on your account and request after hours trading. But someone told me a few weeks ago that they granted after hours trading to everybody. I don't know. I can't verify that.
Yeah, I thought before you had to have either a certain amount or you had to have certain experience. There's all those different stipulations when you open your account, I guess. But okay, he said there might nobody is bashing the man. I mean, the fact that people think that we're bashing him, we're just trying to keep everyone understanding that if this date comes and goes like every other date that has been announced in the past, don't be shocked, and keep your head on. Don't lose focus that they haven't covered yet, and that's the biggest thing, right? Forget about the dates and the numbers. It's not going to get you anywhere. We're not bashing on the guy. We're just trying to keep the narrative straight so people don't get confused. Let's see. Why does it matter what brokerages you have used? So I'll start that and then anyone can jump on. So just so you know, there are ways that you can take yourself out of this PFOF BS that they have going on. You can separate yourself from Robinhood, Webull. At least going forward, if you don't want to participate in payment for order flow, you can go to an exchange, to a broker that will allow you to go direct to the exchange and bypass all that nonsense. And that will, as time goes on, it will just be better and better for retail if we're allowed to do that, able to do that. It's that ability to go to the lit exchange is the best option for retail right now. I'm not saying that Fidelity's great or E-Trade or anybody. All I'm saying is the time that we have right now that we're living in, February 2022, the best option that retail has available to them is through that method. And anyone can jump on there.
Yeah, like I mentioned in the last stream, if I'm putting my money in something, I want my money to count. I'm thinking like a real retail investor. I want my money to count, and if it's not affecting anything, then it's just worthless. I'm wasting my time and I'm wasting my money. I'm not doing myself a service, and that's how I keep it. Simple. And just straight like that. Like, that payment for order flow is and you try to explain it to everybody who really that really needs to know. And there are some people that have made changes, but then you get people that really don't care, right? There are people who just like, okay, I don't want a history lesson, I'm just gonna do it anyways. It's showing me on my phone. It's showing me all the bright colors and the little explosions. I'm glued, and it's like, yeah, but do you know where your shares are? You don't, so you wasted your time. That's like I always say, that's like putting your money into Nike, like trying to buy a pair of shoes. You think you got a pair of shoes, but by the time you get it, it got scuffs on it. Somebody's already worn it before you. That's how you got to break it down simple for like on a simple level for some of these people, because some people really are smooth brain apes.
Yeah.
And so you have to break it down for them to understand that, because they're really not understanding any terminologies. They're not understanding any of the processes. They're not understanding. So we have to break these down, every time, everything. Understand how important this is, and that's why, I listen to you guys. I listen to everybody that makes sense. If you have an opinion and your mind's on the right track, I'm gonna listen to you. I take it. Of course, I do take things with a grain of salt. However, I understand.
Tony.
Well, hopefully everybody's up to speed by now on why payment for order flow brokers are bad. I think the question that he posted was, well, I saw it in the comments there. What is bad about Robinhood other than payment for order flow? I don't know that there's anything bad about them other than that, but that's a pretty big bad. Like if you're going to buy, then you want it to be on a lit exchange. So your order actually makes a difference that affects the price. If you're holding shares and all you plan on doing is selling, then hey, stay where you're at. It doesn't matter at this point. But going forward for any stock that you buy, wouldn't you actually want your purchase to affect the price?
Yep.
And we need 100%. To spread that message far and wide. Like there's maybe not hundreds of million. There's millions, tens of millions of investors around the country who don't know this information. So we're going to keep on saying it long after this play.
Yeah.
I got friends that's on Facebook, and I'm being serious. I literally speak loud, real loud, make videos, do it all. I said, listen, stay off of Robinhood, just stay off of these if you're trying to affect the share price, right?
Someone said, what happens if Robinhood goes bankrupt? Well, that's why you have SIPC insurance. But if the value of your account in the squeeze is worth more than $500,000, then yeah, and you might not want to be in a smaller broker that has solvency issues.
Right. Yep.
If you think that the squeeze you're going to be under $500,000 total value, then you're probably fine because you got insurance, SIPC.
Okay. If someone sees something in the chat that's unacceptable, let me know and I will boot that person. I try to give everyone a fair shot to speak their piece here, but if you're getting out of control, you're gonna have to be dealt with. I'll pull your fucking card right now, right out of this chat.
It's okay, because
don't even start that.
The bigger men, the men that do their DD are speaking. So let's just keep it like that. The men that do research, the men that have information, the men that understand the play. These are the men that we listen to.
So someone asked, what was the biggest lesson that we've learned in the last year? And I'll say for myself personally, I realize that there are a lot of people in this country and around the world, really, in the globe, that are tired of their lives turning into a serfdom. And it seems like as I've gotten older and watched the market change and seen everything that's happened from, you know, the early 2000s with the dot-com bubble, and you guys can attest to this too. They have been crushing the middle class, not just Wall Street. I'm talking about everybody. You know, and we're about to go to war right now, and gas is already up 33% from a year ago. And if we're looking at another 15, I mean, are we looking at $5 a gallon for gas? Because that doesn't hurt the wealthy. That hurts the middle class and actually drives them out of the middle class. Inflation is not doing any good for anyone. But I see a lot of fighters in here and people that are like-minded and want to put a stop to a lot of the things that are going on that are corrupt, and want to make a change. And I didn't realize that there were so many of us out there that are going to buy their stock and be on the same mindset.
Well, my biggest lesson that I learned is that people don't make change until change is at their door. You know? So when inflation gets too high, when gas gets too high, and the corporations are still doing the same thing they're doing, trying to butter us up, CNBC does the same thing, tries to tell us it's going to be okay. You have to, you know, do this and do that. Eventually, that's not going to be enough, man. You're going to get people that don't like each other that click up, kind of like in the Judas and Messiah film. You know, you're going to get people that just realize, you know what? Why are we fighting each other? These MFers keep fighting us. And they're laughing all the way to the bank, you know? So we have to look at it on another scale as well. You know, there's of course there's the data, but we also have to look at the emotions, because the emotions in this play is super high. You already know. It's just a lot, man. It's just a lot going on, you know? And so in my mind, I feel like, you know, those who are on Robinhood, like some of us, we were on Robinhood, right? We didn't know, or we didn't care until that buy button was removed. We didn't make changes until, hey, you guys changed the rules. So now we have to go and be independent on our own. We have to look at independence as a country. We don't pick sides anymore. If you're picking sides, that's on you. Just know that you keep picking sides enough, that side is going to eventually tell you, man, you might as well go to the other side because we're all about this side. And I know that you're friends with that side, but who cares? You're on this side. So you might as well pick a side. Who cares about picking sides? Got to be independent, man.
No, 100%, 100%. Yeah, I mean, look at a bunch of, how we've all only known each other for what, 6 months, maybe 7 at the most. Some of us. Tony, when did you get it? When did you get on YouTube again? June, right?
July? 1890. Yeah, I'm basically around beginning of July.
Yes, we've only known each other like 6 months, and the fact that we've all been in contact this time and trying to get these live streams going and answering the comments. I mean, there's a lot of bigger other YouTubers out there who are bigger, who don't pay attention to anything about their audience. They don't give a shit about comments. And I find it commendable that there are so many of us in this little, these small channels here who are willing to come on and debate things and talk to each other. It's just, I think they made a big mistake with doing what they did last year, because you might not have seen this huge movement take off if the squeeze had just happened. They got screwed. They eventually would have got some of their money back. They weren't going out of business, right? There would have been people who have reinvested their money into the market, and they would have gotten some of it back. But the fact that they went ahead and pulled that slime bag move, I think that sealed their fate that day, at least for this play.
Someone was asking, I saw you put it up there in the comments.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. This thing goes so fast.
Someone was asking, did I watch Astro's video? No, I have not seen Astro's video. I'll take a look later tonight. And he had another question earlier, asking if we could have a future debate, and I think it's a good idea about, and maybe that's what Astro's video is about, but maybe we should have a discussion about is buying in the money options or out of the money options beneficial versus just buying the stock. There was a comment 20 minutes ago, something about that. Yeah, and this guy likes to ride me when I say don't buy options, because there is a large contingency of people that think that the secret to the Moass is buying in the money options, when I'm saying buying in the money options is the same as buying shares, although you do get more control, right? You get 100 shares with one option. But in a market where the price is going down, if you think they're going to hedge, and buying in the money options is not helpful, because as the price goes down, guess what they do? They sell their hedge. If you had just bought shares, would you sell your shares if the price goes down $2? But the market maker doesn't need to hold on to their hedge. If the price drops below your in the money call, they're gonna sell those shares because they don't need them. So that's my initial thoughts on it, and I'm happy to have a more in-depth discussion with whoever down the road. Absolutely, it's something I think about a lot. It's not something I have fully fleshed out 100% of my position on, but that's my initial thoughts on it.
Did anyone see that that Russia, there was a cyber attack, yes, on the banks today in Ukraine? Did you guys see that info that came out? Anybody see that?
I just saw the headline.
I was working today. Sorry about that.
Denial of service attacks I saw in Ukraine.
Yeah. That definitely makes me a little bit nervous, especially since, I mean, we think that they were the ones that did the East Coast pipeline last year, and that caused havoc for a couple of weeks. It makes me nervous, and especially, I'm going to pull this picture up real quick. Let me show them over the graphics. I'm going to pull this up on the screen. I don't know if any of you guys know this, but let's see. Share screen. If I just hit this button, it should come right up on the screen, right? Screenshot.
We got a picture of a guy in a suit.
Yeah. So this Pentagon official here, where'd it go? His
hey, Massalorian, can you go over to your YouTube studio and make Pam a moderator real quick?
Yeah, ASAP.
We got
go to YouTube studio and make Pam a moderator. People. All right, hang on. Let me take this down. I'm gonna have to. You guys are gonna have to keep them entertained. I'll go do that right now.
I wish I had my soundbite for it's time for some people to get that.
I don't think I have. No, my stream deck isn't hooked up. Did Tony get Tony? Did Tony freeze up?
Most
Phil,
likely.
Yeah, he totally froze up, right? Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna
all good.
Figure out how to get Pam in here. All right, so what do I have to do? So I have to go into YouTube Studio. Yeah, I need to put her on my team, right?
Yeah, make her a moderator. You can do that through. You just go right in if you got your phone out or something.
I'm trying to just do it on my monitor.
Okay.
Just gonna go into Studio.
You just go right into the person's name, and you can definitely make those changes.
Okay. I'm gonna let Tony know that he froze up. I don't even know if he must know, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. You froze up. All right. So did Pam agree to be a moderator?
Yeah, she's ready.
Okay. Okay. So where do I go here? Customization, I guess. Probably right. Phil, I'm gonna pull up a comment so you can talk about it. So we don't have dead air time.
I'm keeping cool. If those who's wondering why I'm so silent, I'm keeping my cool out of respect for the Massalorian.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. I'm trying to find a good comment for you to just talk about.
Here
we go.
I'm just keeping my cool. You feel me?
Here we go. Ukraine ain't got a leg to stand on. All right. Let me get
That's the only way people gonna be who they are is behind a keyboard. So yeah,
keyboard warriors. Yep.
Keyboard warriors. So it is what it is. It'll never be in my face. I know that much. Anyways,
trying to see if
let's get some questions going on in the chat. We'll let the little hillbillies have their little fun.
All right, there we go. Tony,
was that my internet that went out? It looked like your screen stopped.
You froze. Yep. All right, guys, I gotta go do this with Pam. So can you guys just try to keep the conversation going while I do this, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Phil, what are you doing post Moass? Someone's asking in the comments.
Oh man, what am I doing? That's a great question. Depends on if the shorts cover. To be honest, most likely I'm gonna get into like game reviews, movie reviews, more on a professional level. Start reviewing movies, start reviewing, with a cool backdrop, stuff like that, and just doing that all the time. Also, I'm gonna further most likely push my my music company into bigger and better things. Probably have like a whole nother studio. I mean, I want to do that right now, but I'm in my office. Tony,
CSI was asking me what was I smoking. It's not legal here, CSI.
Oh yeah. But definitely, I want to push my music business on a much more bigger scale. Maybe help a few people out with venturing in their businesses. I got some things I want to do on the side that's on a personal level, but I want to learn. I want to do things that I have time to patiently work on, like learn different languages. I want to get into that because I'm a super busy person and I talk to people all day. It may not seem like it, but I do. Just something simple. I want to live a simple life, instead of a busy life. Like everybody's living a busy life, so just something simple for me, man. Just real simple. What about you,
Sounds
Tony?
good.
What about you, post Moass?
What about me? Well, Scarlett wants a bigger property so she can have more animals. So my first goal will be to get her that, make her happy, especially for putting up with me working 20 hours a day.
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned it. I do plan to buy maybe a horse or two, maybe a horse, maybe one horse.
And then I'm going to keep on doing the YouTube channel. I mean, I'm not a person that's going to ever sit back and not work. I have my businesses.
Exactly.
YouTube is not a business for me, but I would like to continue to donate my time and help people, bootstrap up from where they're at. Cause we've all been at that place in life where we're broke and living paycheck to paycheck. And I see the biggest learning I've had in this movement is how many people are just getting bad advice and making bad decisions. So there's no way I can help everybody, but the few that are able to find us and tune in, I'll just continue doing that thing. But in other stocks, crypto, real estate, starting your own business, wherever the channel takes us.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I was going to also mention me and my brother looking to get into the gun business. He's a master sergeant, retired master sergeant. Be on the lookout for this new Will Smith war movie that's coming out. He was actually in it as an extra. So be on the lookout for that. But we're looking to get into the gun business and sell some guns. Kind of like how there's Smith and Wesson. We're gonna have our own type of gun that we're gonna be dealing with.
A lot of federal regulations to deal with.
He understands that. I told him I'll market it. I'll market for him, but he has everything that he needs.
Did you hear about those two guys that were in the military last year? I forget what month this was, but they were buying guns in one state and reselling them and not documenting all the sales.
I didn't hear about that, but that's crazy.
They got put away.
Yeah, my brother. Yeah, he's straightforward arrow, man. He's gonna play by the rules, man. Like,
yeah, you don't want to mess with ATF.
Yeah, we're never want to do that. So,
guys, real quick, can I just break in? So I have my channel. I have it pulled up for the dashboard. I go to settings. I see moderator. What do I do? Just type in Pam the Trader.
You can just go to the chat. If you can find the chat for the live stream that's running, you can type /mod Pam the Trader.
Oh, okay. All right.
Or Javi the Great is in here too. Another
I'll put the
he does really good. He knows what time it is. Yeah.
Okay, so go into my live stream. Okay. And
or if you can find their name, if you find their name in the chat, you can right click it and make them a moderator.
From YouTube Studio, right? Not from Restream?
Yeah, from YouTube Studio in the chat window of the ongoing stream.
Got it.
The moment you do that, let me know. I can start naming some people if you want.
Yeah, let them know. Let them know. If you know people, I don't know who these people are. So yes, if you know people, absolutely. Let me see here. So I just went into video details. I'd have to go. I guess I'd have to go into the stream actually, right, to pull up the chat. Yeah, it looks like it.
Someone said in the chat again. I mean, we've already talked about this 2 or 3 times. Why do people hate Lou? Nobody hates Lou. Everybody values every content creator that brings eyeballs to this play. We can't be more clear about that. I look forward to having a pineapple pizza and meeting. What's his girlfriend's name?
Melania.
No, the one that he always talks about. I forget. I've slept
Luna?
since then. Luna's a cat.
Luna?
No, Luna's a cat.
Oh, you're talking
anyways,
about
no one hates Lou. We just hate FUD. So every now and then, if he gets
Zeno wants to talk about fight videos.
Cindy, thank you, Fred. Cindy, yes, I want to have a pineapple pizza and meet Cindy. What else?
But yeah, nobody hates Lou. Lou. We have to also understand. People want to be the lone wolf, like the guy. What's the guy named from T-Zero? Cahodes, right? He's a lone wolf. There's apes that's gravitating towards him. Then there's apes that's not gravitating towards him. Same deal with Lou. You got apes that's gravitating towards him. You got some apes that's not gravitating towards him. And who cares at the end of the day? If they're gonna state their opinion, let them state their opinion. At least one of them got the "Hey, we got this" from the CEO. So that's all I can say. But the overall market, man. I mean, Bigums has me thinking about a lot of things, man. Like he got me thinking, like rethinking things, like that I never thought I would think about. Man, when you think someone is saving the banks,
when someone's what?
Like let's talk about Obama, right? He's bailing out these banks, right? And what do they do with the money? They didn't learn their lesson.
They take all their employees down to the Virgin Islands for a party and vacation.
Right. Exactly. Woo, we got money. We're good. All right. Woo, man. I thought we were out of here. We could still do what we do. You know? So it's just incredible what's going on. You know?
It's good that everybody's getting their eyes open to not only the corruption in the government and the media, but to Wall Street also. And I can tell you that it's been like this for decades, but every few years we get a new generation of people getting their eyes open like shit. Nobody cares about us. Hey, it's been like that forever, guys.
Yeah, and see, everybody has a closed set mind when it comes to, you know, admitting when they didn't know something. I'm the first one to tell you. If I don't know something, I'm going to tell you I don't know something. You know, I have no shame in saying I don't know enough about this situation, or I didn't know I don't know enough to comment on a certain situation. But when it comes to this, and I watch Big Short like all the time, I'm like, man, we'll never get back there. Back when I was watching it in 2015, I was like, yeah, we'll never get back there again. Man, those were the times. Here we are, living it.
Mastalorian, if you can hear us, Pam says you can go into settings, community, and add moderators that way also. If you're
so I just checked off her and Hobby. They should be added as moderators right now. They should be. I right-clicked on them. I went down to add moderator. So you guys, Hobby and Pam should be in as moderators as of right now. I'm assuming that happens immediately, right?
Pam says make Liz a mod too.
Liz, okay. Liz Clayman's whistle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's go. Backyard Boogie. Get out of here. Okay. Who else? Who else want to talk noise? Because you can. This is a grown person conversation. We're not. This isn't the hatred channel. You can go somewhere else for that. You know where to go for that.
Yeah, there's plenty of other channels that don't believe in AMC that you can go hang out on instead of flailing in the wind here with a bunch of people that love the stock. Someone said, good thing you kicked that guy out of the stream today. After 8 months of holding this stock, I almost sold because of his idiotic comment.
Yeah.
I mean, it is really humorous more than anything else, but it is annoying to people in the chat to have these people wasting space.
Pantheon, never, man. I never boot you, bro.
Okay. I think we're okay. Now Liz Clayman is now a moderator as well. So yeah, go. Feel free to call.
Florida Sun, definitely. Goodbye. I've heard how you speak.
With
goodbye.
You want to come say hi? Come say hi, Scarlett. Come on. All right, Scarlett's back. I got to head out.
All right, brother.
Did you
bring food? Did you bring food? All right.
Can you send me something? I'm starving. Can you send me something, please?
Mastalorian says send him some. All right, guys. Peace out. I'll try and check in if you're still going in a couple hours. Is this going to be a 6-hour?
No. I'm planning at 11:30. That's my cutoff time. I want to do it 3 hours. 6 was too much. 6.5 too much.
All right, y'all have fun. Be good to each other. Buy and hold, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Thank you, Tony. I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, I'm going back to 2. Just me and you.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I saw Chad come in the chat, but
maybe he
hasn't popped up over here at all.
Oh yeah, we know who that is, John Leslie. We know who that is.
All right, so what did I miss? What did I miss? What was going on? Were people getting loud in the chat?
Let me just speak real, because I've been holding back for the past hour, just holding back and seeing these people coming in here talking mess or whatever. Unfortunately, when everybody has access to the stock, everybody has access to the stock, including racists that get on here and says, "Oh, this ain't." Yeah, okay, sure. And unfortunately, we have a particular YouTuber that befriends these people because everybody else that's serious, they're ignoring him. Well, except me. I was The only one that's they say, hey man, why don't you get into fidelity? I mentioned that.
You were the one. Yeah.
You know why? Because if you want to see someone who's truly independent and truly don't see color, it's me. You know what color I see? I see money. You feel me? That's what I see. That's why I'm in this play. I'm in this play because I'm about money. And then on top of that, this particular individual would upload videos, say they're going to do this, say they're going to do that. Nothing happened. Telling people, hey, get into this, spend your money here, because he sees everybody else getting money off of this, so I might as well get money too. And in my mind, I'm like, no, man, just go get your own money. Be a man, like the rest of us. Or be a Pam the realtor, gets her own money, spends on AMC, like a boss.
Like a boss.
Like a boss.
And Pam was supposed to be looking for a wife for me, but I think that was a while ago. I don't think she found anyone. So
man,
that's unfortunate.
Like I said, no, Red Cloud. You're the main one trying to help the same individual who I'm talking about. And this needs to be said because the community needs to know about this. The community is here, right? Oh, you don't want to talk about this? You know why? Because cowards are afraid of the truth. And one thing about me, boy, ain't nothing fake about me, boy. But it is what it is. I'm doing this out of respect for the Mandalorian. I'm keeping it PG out of respect for the Mandalorian.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, man. But this is why I wanted to have Phil on tonight. This was my biggest thing. I wanted him to speak his piece about this and get his. I know he's done it on his videos many times, but you know this platform is for everybody to be able to speak.
Ape Nation Will is in the chat. Shout out to you,
nice.
brother.
Where is he? Let me pull him up.
Yeah, he's right. I'm seeing. Hey, he say green, his favorite color, baby. Because that's what we see down here.
100%. Agreed.
That's why everybody's here. Froggy Styles got the frogs. Ribbit. Yeah, green, baby. Money. Did the shorts cover? No. What are we talking about?
What are we talking about?
What are we talking about? We talking about money right now. What's up with our money right now? Right? So why are we sitting here making jokes or cheap shots about someone's race just because they disagreed with them? That's
100%.
embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing, especially for a grown-ass man.
Everybody's seen it. So you get people from all over different states, different cities. They talking, they making videos. Oh, hell no, I know he ain't say that. Click, let me record it. Click, yeah, what's up? Yeah. Because they don't like that. We talking about green, baby. We're not talking about whatever else you lames is talking about. We're talking about money. When it comes to our money, don't play with it. You know?
That's my biggest thing. And don't get between a man and his food.
And Chad, I see you in the chat. If you can just check your email. John sent you the email, man.
Yeah, Chad, if you hear this, I definitely sent you the email, man. I'll check right now and make sure, but I don't think it got kicked back to me. I would have seen it. I would have got notification.
So, yeah, for those who are afraid of this conversation, you can go ahead and leave. Cowards can leave.
JG, good night. Let's see. Can we talk about tax season for next year? For next year, man, I have so many issues because I got laid off. I don't know about you, Phil, but I got laid off at the beginning of last year. So, you know, I was able to collect for a little bit, but then they cut that off. It never got voted on, and Pelosi pushed it back, and she said we would get she said we would be paid retroactively. That never happened. So my taxes are going to be a mess this year. My school loans got pushed off because the pandemic. You didn't have to pay school loans last year, right? But now I'm going to have to, that's going to be that federal money I got back. They're going to be looking for that. So my taxes, you don't want me talking about taxes. Mine's a mess this year. I think a lot of people are going to be a mess this year with the pandemic. I think a lot of people can have issues trying to file.
Yeah.
Natalie, thank you. I didn't want to take that jab.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Oh, I didn't take the jab either. So
yeah, no.
I never took the jab, you know, because I even made a tweet about it today because it was trending. I got a Twitter now for those who want to troll me. Go ahead and troll me face to face, you know. But basically, I tweeted about it. I said, listen, I never got this jab. For starters, everybody that I know that has gotten that have gotten sick. Okay? And I'm not spreading misinformation or disinformation or anything like that. What I'm saying is I believe in science. I do a lot of research when it comes to science. And, you know, don't call it a vaccine because, see, here's the argument, right? People say, just get it. It doesn't have any COVID in it. Okay, then, if it doesn't have any COVID in it, don't call it a vaccine. But it's a vaccine. Oh, so it has COVID in it. Because if you look at the definition of a vaccine, it's some of the dead cells or the, you know, the protons or whatever it is in it, right? Basically, you're using some of it to make it immune to us. That's why you're getting the shot. You want to be immune to whatever is out here. You know, so in my opinion, no jabs. And I have not gotten sick not one time at all. At all. I'll say it loud and proud because I know I haven't gotten the jab. And I see my friends, and I'm talking from my experience. I'm seeing my friends. Yeah, get rid of Florida Sun. We got a Karen that's want to talk mess on the internet. Yeah, I'm trying to ignore the racists, but you know they're gonna come in and talk their mess. You know what I'm saying? But
it's not really controversial. We're trying to keep it real here. I mean, I don't appreciate any
some
of
people
that.
are controversial about it.
Yeah, I don't understand what the controversy is. It's pretty plain, cut and dry to me. All right, we got Chad.
We got Chad. Perfect. Frankie Muhammad, man, we try to get you in here, man.
Man, Frankie, I sent you like 9 messages, bro. What happened? Sent you mad messages, man. All right, Chad, hold on. Let me get you in here.
I know for a fact my own family was getting sick. You know, not my inner family here, but my mom and my sister got sick because they didn't listen to me. All right. Messed around and found out.
Yeah, that didn't work good for them, right?
Peer pressure from the people that's shaming people. Oh, you're gonna get everybody sick, but I'm not sick.
That's probably the best shot I can get, I think, Chad.
Okay.
I don't have. Oh, I do have audio for you. Okay, you're good. You're good. Can you talk? Can you talk real quick? Should check audio.
How you doing, guys? How you doing, Phil?
Good.
Doing good, brother.
You can hear him. Phil?
You see what happens when we keep it real? We're getting attacked by all the red ants. Like, holy shit! I stepped in an ant pit, and it's like all these red ants keep biting and shit. I just want to get some roach spray.
Chad, I want to get you on here on the record. Do you want to just kind of come out and, because I haven't spoken to you personally on a one-to-one basis yet, so we've only chatted really through the comments. So I have watched some of your videos, the ones that I commented on, but I want to know your take on this. I mean, do you think this is desperation on his part? Because I feel it's partly that, but I also feel that he has some negative connotations rolling around the back of his head for him even to be in that realm of thinking.
Man, I got to tell you that I lost track of this conversation for about 5 minutes, so I can only assume we're talking about one person. Is that correct, Phil?
Yes.
Clint Torres. Yeah. You see Clint Torres? Yeah, get rid of him. And for the record, that's an old address. And if you want to pull up to that address, it can happen anytime, any day, anywhere. So my bad, Chad. Keep talking, bro.
No, that's okay. You know what, Mass, if I can just have a second, one thing I
Absolutely.
really want to
Floor is
do
yours.
is I really want to say thank you to Phil, and I want to say thank you to Ape Nation Will. You know, I was really blown away when these two men stepped up. I was kind of in a place where I was just like not sure exactly how I wanted to handle it with Richie Lavoie. And I'll say his name, Richie Lavoie. And these two men just stepped up to the plate and they were ready to just right the wrongs. And I wanted to take an opportunity. One of the reasons why I wanted to come on here so badly was I wanted an opportunity to say thank you face to face to both of them. And I want to take a moment, Phil, to say that I'm sorry that on my behalf and because of the way people treat other people and the way people act, that you had to deal with this. I am truly sorry, but I do thank you for what you did.
Hey, man, no worries, man. Like, I saw something that was, I feel like it was, number one, it wasn't about the play. Number two, it was someone that can't handle when someone disagrees with them. You know, people disagree with me all the time, but I'm not going to sit there and dance in circles and then go and reach low. I'm talking so low in the bag that it just seems like I have no heart, you know? So we may disagree. Like, you may be are you a Steelers fan? Because you're in Pittsburgh. You're somewhere, you know, you may be a different fan, right? Or a football fan. I might like this team and you might like that,
right?
You know, that team, right? But I'm not going to sit there and disrespect you just because you believe in a different team. That's just ridiculous. You know,
right.
This is one of the reasons why me and Massalorian kind of linked up, is because we both are, I would say, in the middle when it comes to politics. You know, on those elements. You know, and people see me and like the guy, the little hillbillies in the chat. Oh yeah, you're going left. Haha, fooled you, motherfucker. Not me, you know. So my thing is, you know, I'm all about independence, man. You know, and so when I saw what this person did, and just thank you, Dr. Zeno. Everyone has the same color blood. Thank you, Dr. Zeno. Thank you for that. So I saw that and it triggered me because I'm like, so if you're gonna say that about him, only who knows what you're saying about me. Now I'm gonna talk to you as if you said it about me. And I don't care who's listening. I don't care who pulls up. I don't care who does whatever. Like I said, I'm preparing. I hope they are. So it is what it is.
Just so you guys know, the gentleman. Sorry. I just want to let everyone know that's Chad Clifford in the chat down in the bottom right-hand corner. The gentleman with the red shirt on is Chad Clifford, everyone. Oh, shoot. Chad, I could put your name up here. Hold on. Let me figure out how to do that.
That's okay, man. It's okay.
I just feel like this was a like we got so many people, Gasparino, Kramer, the lames on CNBC. We got all these people talking negative about even the guy from New York, right? They talk negative about the apes, right? Negative. And then here it is, someone showing us within the community how negative.
Right.
And so my thing is, I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna stop it. I may not have all the power, but I'm just gonna use my voice the best way I can. I'm gonna use my voice, man. I'm gonna use my voice. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfair. It's unfair how people can pretend to control the narrative. Pretend to control the narrative. No one controls anything. As you can see, everybody is out of everybody's control, including the hillbillies that's out here upset doing this, using the hard NR words every night.
Chad, do you want
using all this language? Like,
go ahead.
I was gonna say
I'm venting here, man, because I'm just like,
I know.
AMC, when I got into this play, if I knew that it was gonna be like this, I would have never got into it. But I'm sticking to this because I want to see all of you wealthy, all of you rich. I mentioned this in all of my videos. So when I see someone bullying a fellow ape, fellow AMC shareholder, and it's a low blow too, you gains no respect. Period. Full stop. Period. And I don't care who cares. I don't care who has whatever. You can claim that you're tough on the chat. You can claim you're tough on the live stream, but in person, I'm everything. And I care less. So, like Ape Nation Will says, I don't like bullies. We're fire ants too. We're just calm about it. You know what I'm saying? We come from the craziest backgrounds. We all come from different backgrounds, and I'm sure they all come from different backgrounds too. I'm sure they got those things that they know how to do too. But what you're not going to do is disrespect someone's wife because they're a certain race. That's when you full stop. Just because they have some questions, they questioned you. They questioned you. You know what I'm saying? That's incredible. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just venting. You can chime in if you want, but
no, man, you go. I made this live stream so you guys can come on and talk. This is about you guys stating your case. Yeah.
This is who knows. Okay, Ape Nation Will look back to the money. Look, hold on. Ape Nation Will says March 3rd is irrelevant. I did a video on it a few hours ago. March 21st is the comment meeting for the rule. God knows when after we will see transparency rule in effect.
Wait, I don't even see that comment.
Was saying, right? Like,
yeah. March 3rd
is only a proposal.
Yeah, correct. They haven't done anything with it yet. Nothing.
That's one of the reasons why I really haven't been dropping videos like that. It's only a proposal. And Shorts ain't covering. They're still going to crypto. They're going to do the same thing every freaking week. So what have I been doing? I saw this and I was like, whoa, full stop. Let me put myself to the side. I see a brother in help. I see a brother need help because that's that moment when that person held that phone up and said, "Your wife is Asian." What? Nah, bro. You shouldn't even hold the stock with us. You're not part of our family. You're not part of the family.
You know, you spoke about the narrative. You spoke about how he continually tries to control the narrative. And Moass, I don't want to say anything.
Get rid of Cold Trickle too.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything that goes outside the where you want to head this chat. But
I never get monetized, so go ahead.
I never expected to be a YouTuber to any degree, and I'm by no means am I a big YouTuber. I only turned the camera on because I couldn't take it anymore with the t-shirts and the protests and the Ape Island.
The same thing.
Yeah, I just couldn't take it anymore. I felt like I was watching people being fleeced by a really bad snake oil salesman. And I've watched him over and over. Phil, I'll take you as an example. I watched him say, "You threaten my family." I've seen every one of your videos. Not once did you threaten his family. Not once has anyone talked about his wife. Not once has anyone said, you got bad kids. Everyone has always levied some sort of subtle, I don't know what you want to call it. They were directing their comments strictly towards him, telling him where he's making these huge mistakes. And sometimes people are very soft in the way they do it. And yet he takes it and he blows it out of proportion about how, i.e., Veronica, who we had a tumultuous relationship in the beginning. Her and I didn't like each other. She was a diehard supporter of his. And she made a simple comment with, "Hey, maybe you shouldn't parade your kids on the camera." Maybe this isn't the way to handle it. And he blew her out of the water. And he made it about how she was attacking his children. That girl tried to defend his children.
Right.
And
Exactly.
it goes like that every time somebody makes a suggestion about, hey, maybe you shouldn't do that, or maybe you should take it down a notch. And he loses his mind, and it's just progressively getting worse.
Makes a whole video like a Karen.
Yeah, a series of videos. Like there'll be 10 or 15 videos on a single topic, and you'll see him go through the entire dabda. You know, from disbelief to anger. You'll see him go through every emotion, and he'll make a video for each and every one of them, and they're just riddled with untruth. And I just, as a person, I had enough of it. I couldn't take it anymore. And that's why I came around, and I find myself in a dogfight. And it got to a point where I'm like, the people that follow him, your American Dreams and your tellies that listen and hang on every word and just spew the hatred and the venom, I couldn't take it. And then, you know, it got to a point where now they were attacking my family. And you guys, man, I never expected anybody to just stand up and go, you know what? Enough's enough. And I appreciated that. But I went on a tangent there. I went a little on a ramble. Mass, I appreciate you.
It's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good. I feel like you needed to get your piece out there. I saw your videos, and I didn't think there was enough traffic for you to really be able to get your voice out. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully a lot of people will see it and they'll understand where you're coming from and understand why you're in the right. You know?
I appreciate that. And you're right. I'm not a big YouTuber, and I don't think I ever will be. When this play is over, I'll be gone. I know will. And if Richie left tomorrow and he walked away, I would be gone. He's my
a lot of us might be gone after this play. A lot of us might be gone out of the market. I don't know how much I'm going to keep in the market after this. I'm serious. Until they make some serious changes with regulations and stuff, I don't want my money in here. I mean, people that are talking about other plays right now are out of their mind. I wouldn't put a penny into this market.
With you. I agree with you.
Sorry. That's just my take. But you guys know how it is. I'm trying to find this thing. I'm trying to find this thing online. I know the chat's going crazy. Everyone wants to talk about different subjects. Guys, just understand, you know, it's nothing against anyone out there. I know what you say in the chat, but I wanted to bring these guys on tonight so they could, you know, have a platform to speak. I wanted to hear, because all we hear for some reason is always what the other side. It's always Ape Father. That's the only message get out. Like Chad said, he's putting up 10, 15 videos a day, one on the hour every hour. And, you know, I just thought that this would be a place where they can come on. Everyone can know who they are. Chad can, you know, talk about his channel and why he was upset with this whole thing and what went down. And that was the whole point. I reached out to Chad, like, what, a week ago, Chad, I think? Maybe not a week ago, but a couple of days ago, right? At least. So that's, you know, I just wanted to give them this platform to be able to speak and have a conversation about it so everyone can understand where everyone's coming from and get rid of the hatred. You know, I just want to.
Hey, Common Sense Investor, let me tell you why. It's because, so Common Sense Investor asks, why are we still discussing freaking Ape Father? The reason why is because he has a platoon of goons that follow him that are racist and that are harassing everybody in their videos, their live streams, everything else. And this is dangerous to the AMC movement. And what'll happen is people like me will come up with my own platoon and goons and handle things differently. So what I'm telling you is we're trying to discuss this in a humanitarian manner. And that's the reason why I make these fight videos, is to make people laugh, try to forget about these platoon of goons who really like to twist the narrative, make 12 videos a day to twist narratives, feed lies, and people come in and say things in our chat, in our videos. Nobody goes to his channel and says anything. The reason why people are going to his channel is because he says he's an AMC ape, right? So he maybe has something credible to say. Unfortunately, it's not always credible, right? It's something else. So when you disagree and you're being a man and disagreeing with someone, you feel what I'm saying? People get upset. He gets upset. He gets and twists the narrative and you believe him. Susan Harbor, I don't care. I speak my mind. You don't tell me what I can say. I'm seeing a crew of, for the past 2 days, a crew of racist, lames, and scary people who refuse to come out of dark. They're posting my old address. You understand? And I wish they would show up. I wish. You understand me? I'm not afraid at all. That's why I speak like this. And that's why I don't care what anybody says about what I'm saying. I'm a real AMC 8. Not like FOMO father. Okay? All of us got in here early. We're trying to help you. We're trying to help you mentally go through this process. It's not easy. The fact that this has not been addressed by other apes and they keep ignoring it, it only gets worse. It only gets worse. You keep ignoring the disease, it only gets worse. I'm not ignoring the disease no more. I'm not ignoring it. I'm being nice about it, actually. I'm being nice about it by being on a live stream and discussing it with you. Yeah, get rid of these motherfuckers in the chat that's talking shit. Because like I said, I'll go ham. I'll go ham. Real shit. You feel me?
Javi, you are a mod.
Oh, okay. I'm a mod.
No, Javi's a mod. Javi's saying make me a mod.
I'll just sit here and be quiet. But no.
I'll put you on there if you want. I don't care. You can moderate if you want. Shoot. All right, let me get back.
All right, Susan, get out. Brenda, you can go too.
Let's see.
Brenda, Queen of Swords, you can go too. Anyone that doesn't want to have this discussion. This is a discussion that needs to be held. This is why we're here. That's why you're here. This man right here next to me was abused by a fellow fucking ape. You got me fucked up if I'm not going to say nothing about it. Abused. And then when we call him out, you know what the motherfucker does? He twists the fucking narrative. He's lying. Got you racist motherfuckers believing him. Now you want to try other apes that's trying him. Well, come try. Open door right now. And I ain't scared, homeboy. Like I said, I'm going to have my translator come and talk to y'all. I'm not trying to make this into a feel anything. I don't want the fame. I don't want the clout. I don't want none of that. I saw this man right here next to me being abused. That's why I did this. That's why I'm speaking out. Why did I go to his channel? It's because I don't see color. I see other hustlers getting money. But no, what y'all did is, oh, I'm so scared. Oh, da, da, da. Yeah, keep typing away. That's all they're gonna do is keep typing away. Like I said, any one of you typing motherfuckers wanna talk to me and tell me to my face, you come let me know. You come let me know. And then we can have a discussion. We'll see who talks afterwards. We are apes together. And if you're not that, if you're not an AMC shareholder, then get the fuck out the play. It's as simple as that. Sorry, Master Lawyer, for cursing, but this man was abused. Everybody's seen this. Anyone that had a heart seen this. The heartless motherfuckers are the ones that's attacking me right now. The heartless motherfuckers. You're not ignoring it. You're becoming it. Yeah, sure. We'll see about that. No, I'm addressing what I saw.
All right, so Pantheon's got a question. How are we going to move forward? How do we heal? What is it going to take? Is it going to take him leaving the community? Like
deleting his channel.
Yeah, okay. All right. So that's what we need to do then. We need to push that narrative going forward, I guess. We need
I
to.
Totally agree.
Yeah,
with
go
that.
ahead.
I totally agree with that. I think he's a cancer, and I think he needs to go. I do, and I don't think he'll go willingly. I think that it's going to take an effort, but I think he needs to go.
Yeah,
So
it's unhealthy what's happening. It's unhealthy that this person has so many people watching him, right? And they're going to him for, yes, he's being a cheerleader. However, yes, great. But ask yourself, followers of him, what is he told you to go to Fidelity. Why? You tell me why. Me. What has he done to tell you to do? What is he? So once you go to Fidelity, do you know what to do next? Do you know how to make your purchases? Or do you have to go to someone else? So I'm just saying this, man. You know, let me try to ignore this shit. Because move them chats, man. I don't want to see them motherfucking chats no more, man. I'm just going in right now because, you know what I'm saying?
They move on their own. I don't move them. They just go.
All good, man. These little trolls here, man. And you and you 4 million plus people can't control my motherfucking mouth either. Like I said, anybody feel like they want to try me, want to do anything with me? Like I said, I got a clique full of soldiers, boy. Real soldiers. I'm talking military mind and military. I'm not worried, bro. While you guys fantasize about military, I'm all about it, baby. But anyways, I saw this man being abused, okay? By a man who lied to all of you, tried to get you into a timeshare. And I know about timeshares. I seen that. I watched that happen. I sat back and I called him out. You know what he did? Phil doesn't know anything. Ha 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 ha. He's trying to protect the bag to take from you. While this is a play that takes all of you to invest. Because the line ain't moving, right? We own a percentage of the float and it ain't going nowhere. You know what that means? That means that somewhere your money's going somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the reasons why I called out Matt Kors. This is one of the reasons why I called out TMI. And I love TMI until he started trying to be like Matt Kors. You understand me? So, and you notice how everybody wants to check me, but everybody else in the other chat can just use the N-word like it's nothing and have a good old time and laugh. But when somebody's saying some real shit, man, like I said, I'm gonna just keep it PG. I'm gonna keep it PG. But
all right, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Phil. I appreciate you. You know, not going crazy. Honestly, I know you probably want to, bro. I know you're holding back, so.
I'm holding back for real, man, because everybody's ignoring this. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. That's the most coward move I've ever seen. Anyone in this chat saying ignore anything, you're a coward. You're a coward. Remember, people, I came into this play, into YouTube, not caring about subs. I don't care about likes. I don't care if you visit my channel. You can unsubscribe if you're subscribed to me. You think I care? No. I hold the best stock, and at the end of the day, that's what's going to matter to me. Chad holds the best stock. Massalorian holds the best stock. Don't ignore it. Fight back. Exactly.
That's it.
Fight back. For it. That's what we do. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. You know why? It's because I see a fellow brother that was abused, hurt. And then I watch a man literally lie on, video on top of video, lie, and then had and people was going to say, yeah, it's just a prank call. Somebody prank called them. For the record, I never called them. I never did this, and I never threatened Tindy time. Bro, I heard that call. I know those voices. Because, like I said, me and my homies listening to you crazy fucking hills have eyes motherfuckers. We listening to you and we hear you. That's what I'm saying. See, Matt. See, look, listen. You can say what you want to say about me. You can say what you want to say about me, but I know this: you'll never say it in my face. You'll never say it in my face. Period. Period. Because you know what? I'm a fighter, baby. I'm a fighter. That's what I am. Just like the one that claims he's a fighter, I'm a real fighter. All of you scared.
Chad, do you have anything? Fighter. Do you have anything? Oh, great. Chad, do you have anything to add to that? I just want to. I do. Not that I want to move on, but
no, that's
Russia
okay.
Just invaded Ukraine, so I got to get on that.
Okay, do your thing.
I want you to. I want you to. You know, I want you to plug your channel, all that.
No,
I want you to say
you know what? I don't need to plug a channel. I'm not, because I want it to be firmly. I want it to be clear. I am not clout chasing anyone or anything. I am strictly here when Richie goes off the rails and I think he's going to hurt people. I'm going to call him out on it. Like I said, Richie leaves tomorrow, I'm gone. As long as he's here, I'm going to stay right where I am, and I'm going to be that bug in his ear. It's just the way it is. But guys, thank you for your time. Phil, thank you for you. I just appreciate the moment to be able to, get my message out.
No, man, that's what this is what this was all about. This is what this was all about. This needed to be said, and I think it was important. And if it's gonna take him taking down his channel, I don't know how we're gonna get him to do that. We'll probably have to. That would probably have to go through YouTube. But if he can't help himself, he can't stop. It's just to cause more and more division. And he will be trying to grab the headlines for everything, trying to just stay alive, doing anything to stay afloat. So I don't know what it's gonna take, but it would be nice if he just manned up. But I don't see that
instead of uploading videos, picking everybody off one by one. Like, start there. If you're gonna stay in this movement, don't disagree with someone, or not don't disagree with them. Don't bash them and go low for no fucking reason. Don't sit there and say, this guy, he disagrees with me. He thinks he's this. He thinks he's that. And you know what? That's a whistle. That's a whistle. That's a wolf whistle call, baby. And what that does? That attracts bullies from both ends. You understand me? So that's all I got to say about that. So it is what it is, man.
All right, guys.
All right,
Moass, thank you for the opportunity.
Anytime, man. You're welcome to this channel anytime. Anytime.
Thank you, Chad.
Thank you. You too. Have a great night.
Have a good night. All right. Chad's audio is off. Now we're back to 2-screen. All right. Let's see here. Next question for 500. All right. So I just looked up the news. Yeah, Russia just declared war on a guy's operation to demilitarize Ukraine. Special military operation to demilitarize the country. Explosions could be heard around the capital, Kyiv, as Russian forces were spotted moving into Ukraine. Huh? It's trending?
I see it's trending. Explosions are heard in Ukraine port city of Mariupol.
I wonder how the Asian market. What time is it? Oh, it's too early still.
Kyiv is under attack. This is Rick Wilson. Kyiv is under attack. Europe is under attack. Oh, he on that shit. But that's what he says.
I just want to see if I can check the news.
Oh shit! I see a video. They're bombing Kyiv right now. This is from 15 minutes ago, bro.
Really? Explosions, big ones? I can't believe this is going on right now.
Holy shit!
With all the other problems we have going on, this moron just got us in another war. We just left a war 5 months ago.
They bombing that motherfucker, man. But
oh my God, this is insane.
Luna versus Wall Street. I want to say I respect you, opinionated asshole. I respect you. Thank you so much, man. I respect your opinion, your opinionated self. I respect you for that. So
I'm gonna see if I can pull up some video for you guys, some footage.
Hey, Mike, I respect you. Thank you so much for your time. The Rain Man of Wall Street, I respect you. Thank you so much. AMC Mike, I thank you so much. Of course, Javi, I respect you. Thank you so much. I'm just giving shout outs here in the chat.
Now go for it. I'm trying. Go for it.
Respectful grown-ups in the building. That's who I'm respecting right now. Matt Donnelly, thank you so much. I respect you for your time.
Man, this is crazy. This is so crazy. I just can't believe
Miss
this.
Tandy time. Thank you so much. Thank you. I respect you definitely. Thank you so much. You're a good person.
Yeah, thank you to the mods, whoever was taking care of that. I appreciate. I don't know who was actually working in it, if it was Pam or Javi or whoever it was. Thank you for doing that. I could have never kept up with that. I can't even barely. This thing goes by so fast. You guys have no idea.
Yeah, it's crazy. H versus Wall Street. I respect you. Thank you so much for your time. Frankie Muhammad, you already know what time it is. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. Now I see why you speak peace, brother, because I'll be ready to go to war about this shit, man. You feel me? You see how quick tensions can get? I'm looking at a video of them bombing Kiev, man. Bombs exploding over there. Get the hell. And everybody's tweeting like from 15 minutes ago.
Pantheon, I saw that. Yeah, Lupe is about to unsubscribe, so I'm gonna pull Lupe.
I respect
up.
you. Thank you so much, man. I think you're a good person too.
Tony is saying crypto is getting pulled out on fear of a digital cyber attack. Yeah, man. I was just saying that this guy, our head of the head of intelligence for cyber attacks, resigned in October. This dude right here that I was pulling up earlier, the screenshot of this dude, he resigned because the U.S. cybersecurity had no match for China. This guy resigned. He was the top aide on Biden's staff dealing with cybersecurity over overseas, and the dude walked away because he said we have no shot at outmatching China because they have access to everything that we possibly could that we think we're hiding from them. So that's unfortunate. If there is a cyber attack, I mean, I know it already happened in Ukraine this morning, and if crypto is starting to take a hit because of that, and they're afraid that possibly some of the Baltic countries or Ukraine itself.
Whoa, crypto tanking big time, bro.
It is, right? Yeah. Yep.
It's getting to the 10% lane.
Well, how? I mean,
there, boy.
Did we really think that these knuckleheads were going to get into it? Or, I mean, you know, no one signed up. No one signed up last year, 2 years ago in this election to get ourselves into an effing war in Europe and put people's lives at risk. You're going to create another 1 million refugees fleeing Ukraine. Where are they going? Europe's already packed with refugees. There's nowhere to put these people. Man, I'm just so
it's crazy,
pissed
man.
that this is going on. Yeah, crypto is getting smacked, Vineyards. Yep.
Yeah.
Market reaction for tomorrow. Keep your eye on Asia tomorrow. Right after, let's see. Yeah. I can't think of the time zones right now, but I believe I want to say it's coming up close that their market's going to open like in an hour and a half, I think.
Hey, Dr. Zeno says the clickbait fight video is hilarious.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. Yeah,
man. You know, click here. and see, that's how you make a disagreement, people. I made that fight video with the sole purpose of disagreeing with certain individuals that are clickbaiting. But I didn't call them out by name or anything like that. I simply just made a character out of them and showed them what they look like without causing division into the community. You know what I'm saying? I'm like grown up shit, you know? So I don't know.
So are you actually seeing explosions outside the Capitol? Is that what you said? That's the video you saw? Outside the Capitol?
It didn't say outside of the Capitol. It says there.
Kyiv.
So Kyiv, right? Kyiv,
yeah, that's the capital. Yeah, that's the capital. That's way inland. That's way west of the Russian border.
I'm looking dead ass out of video, bro. I wish I could do share screen with you or something.
Yeah, I know. I just looked it up. I can't find.
It's on Twitter. Okay, go to Nautivik on Twitter.
On Twitter.
NAUTIVIC on Twitter. They just posted they're bombing Kyiv.
Spell it one more time. N-A-U.
N-A-U-T-I-V-I-C.
Okay. Notivica.
Yeah, it's like a lady or something.
Okay. Yeah, it's a lady. Yep. Okay. Let me see. Tweets. Let's see. Oh yeah, here we go. All right, let me see if I can screen share this. Hold on.
Do you think?
Oh shit, this is big. Hold on. Let me screen share it
CNN
with you
or
guys.
MSNBC, they're not showing that unless they're already there or something. Ooh, goodbye crypto.
Okay. Just let me know, Phil. You can see the screen right now, right?
Yep, I can see it. Yep.
All right, I'm just gonna mute my mic. I gotta mute this mic. Here we go.
Yo, Mavs. Cam is bleeding. Please make Javi and Natalie a mod. Like ASAP.
That's crazy. It almost looks like artillery rounds. Okay,
Exactly.
Javi and Natalie. I mean, it almost looks like anti-aircraft rounds because those are tracers. All right, let me see. Javi, I thought I already made Javi a mod. Javi, I'm gonna get you right now, bro. I'm going into the chat.
Yeah, we got a few people. Shirley,
Okay, and
NG,
Natalie
get
too.
rid of her. We only let grown people talk in here, not children.
They Okay, so Natalie, you should have just been added. Let's see. And who was the other person?
Javi and Natalie.
Javi and Natalie. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Make them mods.
Yeah, I got Javi. I got Javi.
They have the best interest in the movement, unlike the trolls and the racist people that's coming in here still. That's a part of this entire situation. That's why I apologize for them following me
because Javi's not a mod
and coming here. So I apologize.
Javi. Oh my god. If you guys could see how fast this chat was going. All right. Javi. Yeah, man. When my internet must suck because like I'm here pressing the 3 little buttons and the screen won't, and then the window won't even pull down because I got so much crap running right now. Add moderator. All right. You should be good now, Javi. And Natalie should be both on there. No, not yet. You gotta be shitting me. Javi.
But yeah, so yeah, war is
all right. Javi's in.
Javi's okay. Thank you. Let's get to work, man. Oh my gosh. Let's get some adults in here. Anyways.
Okay, I'm gonna close that other window. Damn, man, this is so upsetting, man. Now I'm gonna be up all night. I'm not gonna be able to, I'm gonna have to be watching the news all night. I just wanted to focus on this video tomorrow. Now I'm gonna have to talk about Ukraine. I'm just not in the mood to get into war right now. I mean, we just got out of a 20-year war. What are we doing antagonizing a nuclear power with a million-man standing army?
Think about this, man. There's some people that benefit from selling weapons. Just know that.
Oh, yeah. Canada's making a killing right now. They just sent like 50, what was it, $500 million in vehicles Trudeau just sent to Ukraine that are getting picked up by white nationalists. Nice job. He's worried about the Nazis at his convoy rally, yet he's sending military militia stuff overseas to these whack jobs in Ukraine. Unbelievable. Yeah, seriously, say a prayer for the Ukrainians, man. Those poor people, they are going to get caught in the middle of this bullshit between these lunatic left nutbags and Putin, who has been he got reeled in. There's not much that I like about Trump, but a couple things that he did that I liked for this country was reeling in these people. Kim Il-sung in North Korea, or Kim Il-jung, whatever the hell his name is. Putin, he had all these guys, eating out of his hands, and there was no talk about a war for 4 years. And it took this guy less than 12 months to get us into a conflict with NATO. It's unbelievable. And we got nothing better to do. I know he's defending himself. I get that. I get the Putin thing. I know that we are encroaching on that, that NATO trapping Ukraine, Russia there, but we are pushing him right into the arms of China. Literally, there's nowhere else you can go if you go east. You have to go to China to get to the sea. So if they lose Crimea, they'll have no access to Navy or their subs or anything. So if we take that area, they will be forced to China. Just remember that. Deborah saying Trump did a good job.
War is very profiting, man. I mean, there was a group of sisters who was using this as an opportunity to sell. Like, now, mind you, they didn't have any connections. They just had the connection to like put their name on it and then transfer the account and their money. It was some documentary I seen a while ago, but basically they was using these weapons. There was a transaction made between Pentagon or somebody else and a independent weapon contract company. They literally took the money from them. They got caught eventually, but they didn't even really serve no time. I'm like, man, this country is crazy.
I know. And the dumb shit we got locked up for when we were younger, you know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
These people are stealing trillions of dollars. They're doing
trillions of dollars, and they're just like, look, just pay us like whatever you stole.
Right, it's nuts. Catalina Wines Mixer says we need a market crash to Moass. I know a lot of people think that we need a market crash to Moass, and it's definitely out there on the table as an option, right? I mean, if they start cracking down and saying, "Hey, we can't. This shit's way too risky. You got to close this out."
Hey, Jabba, let me help you a little bit. Go. Let's go down the list here. Delta the dog. Goodbye. Get rid of him. All right. Who else want to go down next? Let's see. All right. I could just go down the list here. I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead. Oh, there's a guy named Joe. Yeah. They like to hide their face. Yeah. Goodbye.
Yeah, Matt. We got mods in. We do have mods in. Perfect. Pantheon said Bitcoin just dropped below 35.
Yeah, don't even warn them anymore. Just goodbye them ASAP.
All right, let me see here. Pantheon, you think it's good for the Moass? Yeah, I mean, it definitely could be, right? I mean, who knows what is actually going on for sure behind closed doors out there on Wall Street, but this definitely could have implications that benefit the apes. And that was always one of my things looking back at this as time went on and I saw all of this fake money that was being inflated into the market month after month. And then we'd have a little correction. Then they'd pump it up again. Every day in the back of my mind, I always would keep that in the back of my mind saying, don't forget, if the market crashes, this might be a good way for you to hedge yourself from getting crushed by just holding my AMC shares.
Yep, just holding it, just holding on to them, basically. Like, crazy, man. And you know, there's multiple catalysts. There's different things that was happening that could have just changed the game, you know, and things just still wasn't happening. And, you know, that's what this is all about. Everybody kind of, stating their opinion, putting it out there, and seeing what flies.
Thank you, Julia. Yeah,
because no one knows what's going to fly except we're seeing right now crypto tanking. Harry Dent actually predicted a crypto crash of this year.
Yeah, he talked about that a couple months ago, right?
Bro, I watched that whole video and I'm like, okay, it's either he's seen AMC Bigums or what? Because he's been watching they're watching what we're saying, bro. They're watching what we're saying, and so they got their eyes on us, man. They got their eyes on us, man, and they're people are able to make their predictions, and they're like, "Holy snap, this kid is like freaking right." Oh snap, that moment of in The Big Short where they're like, "Wait, you're using like these CDOs, and they're not good, like they're worthless." Holy man, what?
Right.
So, and it's like everybody's like, "Who doesn't pay their mortgage?" I'm so in love with it. That's what I'm saying about the people in crypto. The people that's in crypto, we warned you. I warned you. You watch my videos? I warned you. I warned you. I warned a lot of them. I'm like, listen, yeah, you keep thinking you could just do the same thing with AMC with this one. No. You better get in and get out every single time if you're going to get into that. Don't sit there and hold thinking it's going to go to 60K. Yeah, sure. It's gonna dip a few times, and then it's gonna be like what Harry Dent said. It's gonna dip like 90, possibly about around 90% to be a great buying opportunity. Probably dip to like maybe 7, 8, maybe 10K a coin as far as Bitcoin. Boom. Then it goes back up to some crazy number because everybody's buying it.
Well,
get some gold too, Mass, while you at it.
I can't afford gold. I got silver. I can't afford gold. I got that kind of loot laying around.
Listen, I'm just saying, at least attempt to.
Yeah. I was gonna convert a lot of my AMC money into commodities. That was my plan from the jump. I was gonna put a lot of it into silver and gold, and try to get myself a piece of property because, that was always the point. I want to try and trying to raise. I want to start a family with this money. So, yeah, somebody.
I agree, Yuka. Sorry, my bad.
No, you're good. Someone was saying about
that some of these YouTubers should be in office instead of the clowns that we do have. He vote for Bigums. So
Bigums would be a good politician.
He definitely speaks like one, but I don't think he's trying to run. He's not even trying to run for office. He's trying to help everybody, and that's what I love about Bigums. That's when I be watching his videos sometimes. I'm like, yeah, I just love how he's just so passionate about this situation and watching the market overall. And majority of the time, this guy's been right, and everybody else, not everybody, but some individuals will make their videos based on him. And so, I at least will say, hey, I got this from Bigums. I'm gonna be honest.
Right.
You feel me?
Credit credit is due. Yeah.
Give credit where credit is due. You feel me? Because when I got into this, I didn't even know about Bigums, but then I just kind of researched them on and was like, oh, you mean to tell me they got shorts to cover? And I just got into it, threw my bag in, and now I see you guys, and I'm growing with you guys. I'm defending you guys. I'm putting my life on the line for this. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But yeah, man. Very passionate, very smart. You know what I mean? I feel you, Yuka.
Right, man. If we get down to single digits, it's you, man.
Get what into single digits? Talking about Bitcoin?
No. He's saying if AMC goes down to single digits, we can load the boat and finally take off.
Oh yeah, load the boat, and it's around tax season. Why not?
Yeah, Deborah, can you do my taxes for me, please? Since you have yours done already, I'll take any help I can get.
Listen,
anyone wants to volunteer?
I got a partner, man. He can help you out if you really, 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 really need it. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? I got you now. You know what I mean?
Mike is saying about doing the ticker. And Ethereum, man, one's enough for me, bro. Gold Barrett, gold quartz. So is that like a ETF, a gold ETF, pretty much?
Yeah, that's the gold. Yeah, Barrett gold.
Okay.
Yeah. I got a little bit of that.
What is that going for a share? What is that going for right now?
Let me remind myself. I haven't really been.
You have some of that personally. You do. You invest with them. Okay.
Yeah,
so you trust them.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
I bought into that like before I got into AMC.
Okay. Okay. I never invested in. I know they have it for gold and silver. I always just bought the silver just to have the tangible thing. But let's see.
Share price is $22.93.
23.93.
22.93.
22.93. What's the high low 52? Do you know? Does it have it on there? I'm just curious. They have the high low 52 on there.
Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. High. You mean the 52-week high?
Yeah. What has it been?
25.37.
So we're $2 off from the 52-week high, huh? Yeah, that will probably move. I bet you some precious metals will move in the next couple of days with this going on.
Yep.
I could see that happening.
Yep.
Oh, Barrett Gold is not an ETF. Mike, what is it? DC was saying, buy the dips. It's on discount. How long do we keep this conviction? Till the short's covered, DC. 72 to 6 time he's saying 72 to 16 every time we say buy the dips, it's on discount. How long do we keep this conviction? Till they cover every one of those effing shorts that we have been getting killed by for the last 6 months.
Yep.
And don't forget about everything they used to keep us down below 8 and 14 before the run up. Then add on everything that's happened since the run up in June. Don't forget about the 6 months leading up. Let's see. I know. I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, should I dump some crypto? But okay, here, Mike's got it. All right. So it's just you just buy last was 22. Okay, so it's just Larev is saying it. Have the shorts covered? Then what are we talking about? It's a Canadian mining stock. Okay. Excellent. Okay, is that maritime Canada, or are we talking about up like in Yukon territory? I'm trying to think, because I know a company did just purchase a huge mine an old mine that was full of gold and copper deposits back in the turn of the century in the maritime part of Canada, and I can't think of the name of the company. I don't believe it was this one because the price was much cheaper. They had just purchased the rights to the land again. Let's see. You want the coin and not the shares, in my opinion. Yeah, Rayman, I guess, everyone has their take on it, right? So that was kind of my thing. But my thing was more for if there was some type of black swan event, that I would have actual physical coins if I needed to trade it for whatever, ammunition, food, water, medicine, antibiotics, whatever. That just having the tangible hard coins would just allow me to access things quickly, especially if there's anything like an electronic EMP, I believe it is, where like they shut down if we lost internet or we lost power or anything like that. You would still have the physical thing. So I get that part of it, but I also get that if you can't buy, an ounce of gold at $1,800, then that's the way to go. The brother from down under, thank you. Hold tight. I take no sides. My retail investors, you decide your price to close out on your positions. We all know the price auction is bullshit. Hey, man, thank you very much. I appreciate you. And I hope you guys are getting taken off this COVID restriction soon, off these mandates. I don't know how I feel about that, brother from down under, but I know you guys have been through some pretty strict lockdowns, way more strict than we have. And I've seen the camps and all that. So I hope you guys are about to get out of there. Let's see. Pantheon. Silver is nice for us poor folks. Exactly, Redwood. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Mass.
Yeah. You gonna go?
I'm about to
man.
peel out, man.
I'm just kidding. No, man. I appreciate you coming on, man. I like having my sidekick with me. You know, I need.
I feel you,
back and
brother.
forth.
But a few of my partners just hit me up and said they saw me live and they about to come and holler at me.
Okay.
They saw me upset. A few of my real partners that's watching, so you know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna reach out to you, man.
All right, brother. All right, I will talk to you soon. Have a good night, man. Thank you for coming. All right, man. What a crazy night. All right, now I'm all alone with 134 of you. Russian invasion confirmed. All right, I'm gonna try to keep up with the chat now, guys. There's only a couple of us. Chris says we gotta run to the bank. You know what's crazy? I've been trying to get my Super Bowl money since the game ended, last Monday. So 10 days I have been trying to get my money from Bovado and they will not pay me. Every time I go to take the money out, there's a problem. Delta Dog, I'm doing great, man. Tonight was a little crazy, but I appreciate those guys coming on and I wanted to make sure that they could say what they wanted to say. I think that's important. So, but I'm doing good. Thank you, man, for asking. Actually, I'm a little pissed that we're at war right now. I understand why it's happening. I get it. But I think it could have been prevented. The unfortunate thing is we have a senile man who can't keep a sentence. Not saying that Biden caused this, but basically he started the whole thing with the minor incursion. And, the narrative just took off from there and he could never bring it back again. And Jen Psaki's been up there lying her ginger lips off for the last 6 months. Good night, Liz. CSI is doing a live stream. I'll have CSI on here. I just don't, I need him. I need to know if he wants to come on. Did I watch Apes vs. Wall Street? Yes, I did watch it after we got off the live stream that night. I did. The next morning, actually. I actually went to bed that night, but I did. DC, I appreciate you guys too, man. The sports, yeah, they really are. They really are. And I went through Bovado just so I wouldn't have to deal with that, but they're still trying to pork me. I'm like, dude, I got bills to pay. Like you can't just keep rejecting I've tried wire transfer, Venmo, changing over to Bitcoin and put it into Coinbase. Ridiculous. Yucca Freda is saying, I am planning on watching Extreme Gains by sometime. And if someone reaches out, if someone has CSI, I would definitely have him on. I just don't know. I'll have to send him a link. Lupe is saying, if the price of AMC really drops lower, hang on, let me get this. Doesn't that mean the banks would want their money and would margin call? Yeah, that's what we were just saying, Lupe. Yeah, we were saying that. And me and Tony, we've talked about this a bunch of times about this unknown catalyst, right? Because there's all these known catalysts that we know have been coming, or so-called catalysts that we've known about, right? Rule changes, reg changes, earnings reports, movie ticket numbers, weekend box office earnings. There's all these different things we talked about, but it was always going to be, or possibly it would be this black swan unknown catalyst that would come along and jumpstart us. And, I don't want to see people, I would never want to see people lose their life so I can make money. Obviously, I'm not for the war. But at this point now, if invasion has already happened, there's no going back. So if that helps us, Cole Trickle says, CSI started his own stream now. I don't blame him. I've had CSI on twice, Cole, in the last week. Since last Saturday, I've had him on twice. I like having CSI on. Bitcoin just dropped under 35. Wonderful. Futures are taking a dump. Putin's been planning. Mexican Silverback says that Putin's been planning this Ukraine invasion since 2014. Well, yeah, and so was the CIA, right? This was all CIA backed. Get this guy out of there, and they put in a puppet, and he's been there ever since. Brenda. I don't blame him either. Cole Trickle. Let me see here. He's live right now. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I didn't know. I didn't. I actually emailed him earlier today and let him know. All hail. You're welcome, man. Anytime. You know everyone's welcome on this channel. Phil is pissed still right now. This war means something else behind the curtain and much worse. Yeah, I mean, I just can't believe we just got ourselves out of a 20-year war that we basically lost. I don't want to say lost. That's not fair to our troops because they fought their asses off. But you know, we just pulled out of Afghanistan, left behind $1.8 trillion in rare earth metals for China to go and now dig up and cart away that we should have had. Let me see here. Ukraine president threw his opposition in jail. Yeah, right. Backed by CIA. Yes, exactly. Exactly. We've been overthrowing governments for decades now. Decades. I just can't believe we're back in another war again. And the commander in chief is clueless. I mean, no wonder Putin is doing it now. Why? What would you be waiting for? You're not going to wait till 2024 when they some I don't know who's coming in 2024, but this is the guy you want to get. This is the time you want to go in. Bitcoin down 7%. Imagine what Ukraine could do. Yeah, imagine, right? What did we leave behind? $4.5 billion. That's another thing. Forget about all the precious metals we left behind. What about all the vehicles, all the arms, small arms, ammunition, flak jackets, supplies? CSI incoming. Okay. It's all good, man. I sent him an email earlier, so I didn't check it right before I came on, but I was busy running up to the live stream. So, Lupe said, "Just watch Taiwan now. They're gonna laugh at Brandon and see this Afghanistan thing." Listen, Lupe, if we keep doing what we are doing right now, and driving this inflation up and making the dollar worth less and less, that means the petrodollar is worth less and less. And Russia signing all these agreements with Nigeria and Saudi Arabia and now China, and we're just pushing them farther away. We are isolating ourselves. We've cut off our own foot right now, shutting down the Keystone Pipeline that he did in the first week of his inauguration. And now the Nord 2 pipeline is down. So get ready for $5 gas. It's coming. Hey, Jonathan. Thanks, man. Good evening, brother. What does all this mean for AMC? Hold on. Jim says, what does this all mean? So, Jim, what we've been saying is that this could be a type of Joe, good evening. That this could be a black swan event. This could be something that would force them to start to cover these risky short positions. They'd have to start folding up because the risk is too great. And we talked about this a couple times, many times. We kept talking about these catalysts that we knew were coming that always delivered nothing. It was a big nothing burger. There was nothing there. But this type of thing is that type of black swan event. If inflation skyrockets the next, before we get CPI data for February, that could put a lot of pressure on these hedge funds and all of these shares they got to buy back. It's already $5 in the Bay Area. Really, Lupe? Jeez. Yeah, more like $7 is right. 427 in NYC, DC says today. Jeez. Don't we store a lot of... So VOA Apprentice, I actually was watching a news report about that. Apparently, Germany asked the United States back for a bunch of gold bullion, and the United States told them no or something. I got to look that up again. I was doing some deep diving this morning into the World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab and his minions. I was going through the list of all of the people who are on the World Economic Forum, the young leaders list, which Trudeau is one of those. There's some surprising names on there. I'm going to finish up a video and put it out tomorrow about it, but there's some interesting things going on with these clowns. Brenda says 629 in Seattle. Jesus. Chicken McNuggets. 350 in Indiana. Yeah, it's about 325 here, 330. So we could be looking at those prices. Now let's hope there's no nukes, Chicken McNuggets. That would not be good. Veronica is saying we need a bailout 23. Yeah, exactly, right? Look, there's a couple different things going on here. There's many things going on here. But let's not negate the fact that the Democrats are about to get wiped in the midterms. That is going to happen. Mark my words. With that being said, they're going to need any type of, listen, if we are in a full-blown, major conflict running to the midterms, it might be a lot more difficult to start trying to flip things around, depending on where we are sitting when the elections happen in November. So is this a distraction because of the piss poor job that Biden has done for the last 13 months? Possibly. This could be to get some heat off him, right? 3 something is a deal. Yeah, Carl, looking at prices everyone else is paying across the country. Jesus, yeah, I guess so. Jim, yeah, I don't understand. Listen, the guy came in and made some campaign promises on the first day, right? He enacted a few of those executive orders, shutting down the pipeline, shutting down the wall. That's worked out good for us so far. Ethereum man says, I agree with you about the elections. Yeah, bro, it's going to be a bloodbath, I think. Parents, listen, this isn't even a racial thing anymore. It's really not. Democrats are leaving in droves and either going independent or the independents are going right. And now a lot of centrist Democrats are going to the right and becoming, more center. Just look at that. Look at all the poll numbers right now. They have lost the independents completely. They are gone. So anyone who's middle of the road that's running, like Lily, like the woman I met with the other day who's running up here, she's got a good shot to win, man. She's got a real good shot. Fred says Trump will be the... Oh, hold on. Pantheon. Oh, yeah. Pantheon, you want to come on, man? Yeah, hold on. I'll send you a link. I'm probably only going to stay on until midnight, but yeah, I'll send you a link right now. Hang on. Guys, give me 1 second so I can send Pantheon a link. I know you guys are dying to talk market, and it's always good to have someone else's opinion. Okay, Pantheon, I am posting this right now. Paste. I just pasted the Putin declares special military. Hang on. I didn't even copy this. Okay, there we go. Just ignore the news article that I just sent you. Okay, there it goes. Okay, Panther, you should have it any second now. And I'm back. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. How about asking Boss Blunts? Guys, I've reached out to these people, but I don't have their email addresses or anything like that. So if you have that information and you can email it to me for any of these other guys, I will want to bring on, as you know, anyone that wants to come on, basically, especially if we're talking about current events and what's going on in the market right now. How is it affecting my portfolio and my bottom line? I will have anybody on. All right, Pantheon looks like he's in. Gonna pull him up. Pantheon, you can hear me? Pantheon, I don't have audio for you. Javi says, yeah, Javi, if you can DM him and you have my email address, Javi, so let me just tell Pantheon I don't have audio. Looks like he clicked out. Yeah, Javi, that would be great. Yes, I have Twitter. Yep, it's what is my Twitter? I think at Massalorian. Yeah, I think at Massalorian. When Trey Lou Matt sells, I buy. Let me try Pantheon again. Pantheon. I still have no audio, my friend. And you turned almost all the way up. Okay. He said 1 second. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Javi, man, thank you for helping out tonight. I really appreciate it. And Pam and Natalie and I can't think of who the fourth person is that was helping, but you know who you are. Thank you. Who the fourth person is. S&P futures down 92.75. China, Chicken McNugget says China has been training troops in Canada. I didn't know that. All right, let me see here. I keep losing Pantheon. I guess he's having problems. All right, Natalie, now that I have a little time here, I want to address Natalie. So yeah, Natalie, I was trying to reach out to you between like Pam and Javi and everybody because I knew there was something going around that that I thought you were a bot. But I think what happened was a while back there was like this rumor going around, and I think I just repeated the talking point, like I think during a live stream once. But then I saw you in the live chat that same night, and I think that's how it got brought up. And I don't even know who originated that rumor. It was not me. But I'm glad that, you know, I had nothing against you ever. I think you're one of the best people out in this community. So let's see Fred here. Okay, Pantheon's back in again. Let me see. Determine that Putin is composite man. Pantheon?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, I can. Yep, you're in. Yep.
Is the background sound better? I had a fan on last Friday. I've turned the fan off and hopefully not have to. Is it better?
You just did something that was really, whatever you just did, just turned up that background static big time. I don't know what you just did. It was better when you first came on.
I may have touched something. Yeah. Is it okay now?
Yeah, this will work. You're welcome, Natalie.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good, Pantheon.
Yeah, so
okay.
You want to talk? Let's talk.
Yeah. So all right, I'm gonna pull up some live chats here. We were talking right before you came. Well, you were in the chat, so you know. I'm gonna read out this comment right here. What I think about, you can see the comments, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mainstream media outlets leading articles about the blogs about AMC now that the investigation is out. So have you heard anything about that? Pulling down articles about and blogs?
No, this is the first I've heard. I'm not surprised to hear that. This is the first I've heard of that, though, regarding the. So this is the investigation they're referring to that may potentially include a RICO. That's what they're talking about?
I believe so, right? All hail the star? Yeah, I believe so. And we were getting into how much. Did you see the news that Ukraine has been invaded, apparently?
Yeah, I've been looking at that. There's news that Putin has put forward something to them, and that Biden's released some information to the Ukraine that there's an attack within 48 hours. I mean,
he's been saying that for 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been. He's not the only one that's been saying 48 hours for something to happen for the last few weeks. But
I was gonna say, he's
about,
as bad as some of these YouTubers.
If you want to talk about this in relation to AMC, happy to do so. So
yes,
with war, with war incoming, and that's not a good thing, right? For the overall world, we don't want this. It's not good for anyone. Specifically, we're just going to talk about AMC. We're not going to talk about the human cost of what's happening. For AMC specifically, we've got cryptocurrency taking a major dump. And cryptocurrency, as we all know, is an extra bank account that the hedge funds have been using to help finance this play. So as crypto takes a dump, that means less liquidity for the hedge funds to meet minimum margin requirements. Now, as war hits, it causes fear. Fear and uncertainty the markets hate, which means the blue chip stocks, the long-term positions that companies have, or that hedge funds have, they're going to drop in value. So if we see the whole market and the futures are looking terrible, that's good for AMC for the Moass, okay? So as those positions start losing value and crypto loses value, the hedge funds are going to have a difficulty meeting minimum margin requirements. Minimum margin requirements, if you can't meet that, the next step is a margin call, okay? So as we track with the, and I said last Friday in the live stream that I felt there was more downside for AMC without war, which is what's happened. Yep. So, we are going to continue to track with the market. And so if the market takes a dump tomorrow, so are we, but don't fear, because that means everything else they have for assets are all losing value. As they lose value, they're going to have a hard time staying liquid for margin calls. They may start selling some of the blue chip stocks, but that was the original intent of NSCC 2020-1010, was to help them transfer those stocks for cash, which has not been enacted yet and won't be until, I believe, April. So what this means is they may start selling some blue chips tomorrow. If the market looks terrible, don't freak out, right? We are going to track with it until the margin calls start to happen, at which point we separate.
Yep. Absolutely 100%. That's exactly what I was saying before you came on. I thought, well, something to that effect, but same thing. Like this, we've been talking about these catalysts that have come and passed us by, and they have meant nothing. And I know a lot of us dropped that word a long time ago. But this unknown catalyst, or this black swan, was always something, I think, in the back of a lot of retail investors' minds, that we could possibly use AMC, GME, some of the other meme stocks, but especially AMC and GME, as a hedge to possibly be able to weather this storm. I don't know what you think about that, but
yeah, we were hoping it would be a different kind of black swan event, and that we'd be able to see it's from AMC, GME, and other meme stocks to set ourselves up with properties or with gold or other assets, right? The fact that it's not the fact. What appears to be happening right now, which could lead to being this as the black swan event, potentially. We got to see what happens in the days to come. But if this is it, we're going to see gold, silver rising in price pretty quickly. We've already seen gas going up. We're going to see inflation continue to rise, and it's going to be a bit more expensive to get into those hedges because the problems are here, right? But that's, right. That's still the play. What do? You sit in cash and lose. In Canada, it's over 5%, inflation, and much worse, I think, in the States right now. So,
and your dollar's not worth as much.
No.
Right?
No.
What are you trading at right now? Like 78 cents on the dollar?
Oh, that's a good question. I haven't looked that up. I'm about to transfer some pension money over to buy some more shares when this goes down a bit further.
Did you just hear my story about these guys not letting me take my money out?
On the Super Bowl bet?
What's that?
Bet on the Super Bowl bet?
Yeah, $3,600. I haven't been able to get in 2 weeks.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. And if this, that was, I was gonna put some of that into AMC. I was gonna take some of that and put it right into AMC, and try and catch this thing coming down in the next 24 hours. I can't even get a wire transfer. Even paying $100 for the wire transfer, I can't get it to them to do it. It's insane. Oh shoot! All right, let me see here.
Yeah, you're right. The dollar's taking a big crap. But the good news is all of my AMC holdings are in US dollars, so that's actually a transfer of 28% bonus for me. So
that's right. You said that.
Yeah,
that's right. You said that. Yep, that's right. You said that. Javi's saying he has at 1406 on Bitcoin. Jeez, man. When did you buy? When Silk Road was up, Javi? What were you doing with Bitcoin back then? Actually, that wasn't even that long ago, really, right? That was at 1400. Well, it wasn't that long ago. Let's see here. Oh, Pantheon, I might have lost your audio. I don't hear your feedback.
Yeah, I muted the feedback to try and save your ears. Does that help?
Okay. Oh no, it's not bothering my ears. As long as you guys are cool with it, I'm fine with it. I don't care. Let's see here. So someone was saying that the total market is down right now. What, 92? Meltdown is going to make us Moass. Brandon saying, yeah, Brandon, I don't think it's the only thing that will make us Moass, but it definitely could become. It could turn a little snowball into a boulder, right? Pantheon, would you agree with that? Like it could set it off?
Possible. Yeah, absolutely. We've got so many different ways for this thing to get set off. It's actually quite fascinating. I was going to make a video on all the different opportunities we have right now, but I was afraid that if I did that, it would just start spreading FUD because then somebody would take out of it said this was the way.
Well, of course, you knew that. Yeah. You know that'd be coming. Anytime you say anything other than AMC is awesome, it's FUD. Let's see here. It says P needs a noise gate. I don't know what that is. Is that an audio thing to put over your microphone? Is that what am I picking up? And am I picking that up from your phone or something?
So it's I'm on a Surface Pro at the moment, and it's the fan cooling on the Surface Pro, which is unfortunately right by the mic. So gotcha. I apologize. I don't have a fancy mic like the Massalorian. I never intended to do live stream.
Bro, I had to give up a lot of things to get this microphone. I'll tell you what I did. The last mic that I had, I forget what happened, but I ripped this whole arm off of the table and threw it against the wall, and this broke. And then I sent it back to Amazon, and they sent me this. So I actually got this by accident. They sent me the wrong. Sure, I was supposed to get the $249 one. They sent me this one, so I'm taking it. I didn't say anything.
The TMI must have got your old one.
TMI, does he have that now?
I'm just kidding around.
Oh, okay. Let's see. People are talking about going back in on Facebook right now. What do you think about that? Is Facebook ads bottom right now, or are we going to see that come down more? You think, Meta?
Yeah, I don't spend any time looking at Meta or Facebook. I've got zero interest in it. Sorry, I'm
That's okay.
On that one.
That's okay. I mean, if anything does occur, that Fang is going to take a hit, right? Especially if we ever get the DTC 00010. That's supposed to be the first week in April. You said, correct?
That's when it's currently listed, but it's been extended numerous times, right?
Numerous times. Yeah, numerous times.
In theory, they could drop it earlier, but at this point, they never do that. So it's either going to be, I believe, don't quote me, I think it's April 8th, or they could extend it.
April 8th. So, okay.
I think it's in April, though, yeah. I think it's the 8th. There's a few things converging in April.
Okay. And did you... I don't think I got your take yet, but on this March 3rd date, did we talk about that last Friday, or did that develop in between?
We talked about it a bit last Friday. Happy to talk about March 3rd again here. I'm on the same wavelength as Tony, so you're not going to hear a lot of different opinion from me that you would from Tony. March 3rd is a date that has really no bearing. The things that are being said related to March 3rd, which are, I believe, transparency and Project Ion, neither one of those things are 100% in effect March 3rd. That's just not how it happens. So the transparency rules after the SEC meeting, which was just in the first week of February, Gary Gensler clearly said they're behind. It's going to be 4 to 6 weeks till they get it into the register. It's on for comments right now, which has a date of, again, there's another April date. God, it's the 8th or the 10th. I can't remember. I'm getting all my April dates mixed up.
It's all good.
But it says 30 days after it reaches the register, or April, I think it was 8th or 10th, whichever of the two is longer out. So that means it's going to be April, right?
Gotcha.
So it's not going to come down for comments. I've read through the comments, and the comments are all in support of the transparency rules, but it's not going to be done getting public comments until April.
Right.
So that is not working right now, even though we have people that claim there's already hedge funds were self-reporting already. Maybe they are, but that doesn't mean that the rule's in effect, and it's not in effect. And then Project Ion, which others might call Robot Godzilla, that also is further out than March 3rd, quite a bit further out. And even then, what's going to happen is when it does boot up, it's going to be running concurrent with the current system. And some people are going to be in it and others aren't, and they'll slowly transition. Just like if a new version of Windows comes out, people have that, or a new version of AutoCAD for architects, you have that time to switch over. You don't have to do it all today. So there's going to be a concurrent running portion of it while others get their gear set up. But for March 3rd, the things that are being said for why March 3rd is important, those aren't happening March 3rd. I also hope we squeeze before then, which is a week. So I really hope that we do squeeze, right? But it doesn't hold any significance. It's just a date that was picked. And I hope it's right, but there's no reason for it based on what's being said.
Yep, that's weighing heavy on my decision about going to DC to cover this convoy thing, because I'm like, anything could go wrong in between that 3-day period. Of course, it's got to be happening and coinciding. How many weekends I could have gone down and covered a news story for the past 10, 11, 12 months. The one news story I actually can feasibly get to and cover right now possibly could, turn to a shit show with the market. So I guess it's going to be the last minute to make a decision on whether to go or not. I was saying earlier someone was asking me in the comments if I was going to go to DC, and I just said, what I think I'm going to do is just book everything, and then if anything happens with the market, I'll just cancel and stay, But at least have the option, if nothing's going on, that I can go.
I think your presence there would be highly valuable. And, if I were in your shoes, I would book the travel. Like you said, what you have is a good plan. I wouldn't fear March 3rd is the day that it's all going down. We've heard that about 4 or 5 times.
Yep.
I think you being there would be a hell of a good story, right?
Yeah, just to be able to upload video to you guys and be able to see what's actually going on the ground. You know what I mean? Like, it probably won't get the views that an AMC video does, but some people will watch it,
I think it'll get a ton of views. You can do quick shots and just pump them up real quick. You could be pumping all kinds of actual reaction videos on there on the ground. I think you'll get tons of views. Some guys in Canada who did that with the trucker protests, and they were just piling in the views because more people wanted to know than you might think.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And people are going to YouTube over mainstream media for these type of things, for these type of events. It's like I forgot what the numbers were, but they were saying last week, like, I guess they could see the first week and the media numbers, and after the first week, I guess the narrative must have really died up there from mainstream media because people were turning off the news, I guess, apparently, and going to independent media sources online and all kinds of stuff,
See, Brenda, Queen of Swords, wants to see you go to DC. See? The people want to see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they want to see your take, I think, is what's important. Because you give it a straight take,
That's my thing. Like, I want to get down there. I want to talk to people. I want to find out exactly why did you come here? What are you looking for? Like, I just feel like the apes and the truck drivers have a lot in common. We're all on the same page about fixing things that are broken right now in this system, this democratic system, these constitutional republics that we're living in, and you being Canadian and me being American, we're all dealing with the same kind of BS. So I just feel like their story needs to be told, and it could, this could have who knows how this is going to go down between the National Guard and then putting the fences back up, which again amazes me. They want to put walls up. Only when it benefits the people of Congress or the elites or the oligarchy. They don't want any other walls they don't want any other walls up unless it's actually protecting them. Borders, you invade Ukraine, that's a problem. You come over the border down south with no vaccination, no nothing, no mandate. You just come in, they fly you where you want to go in the country. it just amazes me at how fast these people tuck tail and run when actually the pressure is on them. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do it. I'm gonna make an attempt to do it. I think I have enough money saved where I could get down there and back on my own. I wouldn't have to like ask for like, subscribe, memberships or any crap. I could just go do it on my own and get back on my own money. So, and if by God, if God helps me and we squeeze before that date, then I'll have plenty of money to go. I can get a nice room somewhere, not at Motel 6. Let's see here. Hold on one second, Pantheon. I'm just gonna pull up. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, so someone's asking about AMC squeeze affected by Russia's invasion. Do you see anything happening next, before the weekend's out?
What that's going to depend on is how, if Russia is full out invading, right? Because we're only seeing bits and pieces of this right now. So if it full out happens, again, just to summarize back, that means all the stocks are going to take a big dump because the market hates fear and that he hates. That's what's going to help the squeeze. Russia invading just as an act doesn't help us, but the act of Russia putting fear and uncertainty into the markets, dropping the value of the other stocks, therefore having less value of stock positions, of long positions for the hedge funds, means they have less liquidity to meet margin requirements. That's what helps us. That's what we need. And we will track down with it. Boss Blunts, as an example, is thinking we're going to hit the $10 to $12 range. I wasn't quite that far down, but you never know, man. He's a pretty smart guy. So like we could see this drive down a little bit further. And I'm not trying to scare anybody or cause FUD or throw anything out there. We are going to track with the market if the market takes an overall dump, right? And then once we have them get margin called, which they will when they don't have the ability to meet minimum margin requirements, right? They have to have so much capital to meet that. And the capital is their stocks and their crypto, which is dwindling as we speak. At least the futures indicate that for the market. But that's where the plunge protection team, right? That's last time they jumped in and saved everything with $50 billion of taxpayer money. So let's keep an eye out for some mysterious entity jumping in and throwing on a bunch of puts onto the market, and with no associated name on. Then you'll know that's the plunge protection team once again. And then Biggums will lose his mind, and we can all.
Can you imagine?
Man, I love Biggums.
Yep. Yeah. I need to get those two on and have a crazy debate with them. Let me see here. Someone's saying filet mignon. I saw ribeyes at 25, filet mignon at 40. That would be a shame. I got steak tips marinating right now. That I'm going to be cooking at after midnight now? Yeah, looks like it. Let's see.
Somebody else had in here too. Sorry, somebody else had in here too about people becoming vegan. Somebody was a meat cutter. There was a story I just saw here in Canada just today that they did some polling, and people are planning to buy 30% less meat and 40% less fresh fruits and vegetables because of the rising cost of everything right now. It's baffling. So yeah, I agree. I think it's going to be a little bit more rare. No pun intended. Interesting. So
Fred and a couple other people in the chat, Brian, yeah, it's supposed to be outside of DC proper, right? They've already Jersey barricaded, called up the National Guard, fenced off the Capitol. So I wouldn't be going into DC more than likely. It would be on the outskirts, and it would just be really collecting stories. I'm hoping it doesn't turn into a violent clash. I can't even go down there it's not like I can bring anything to protect myself with me down there. I can't go to DC with that. So I'm hoping not. Hey, all hail the star. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Let's see here. We got some carnivores. Everyone continue to hodl, Nofo says. PB sandwiches. So why did that poll come up, Pantheon, where people just, has meat jumped since the convoy started, or has meat prices soared?
Before
recently.
The convoy started. Yeah, even before that, price of steaks had already doubled, and now it's tripled from where it was only months ago. And there's not really a reason. The reason the story came on is because the potato chip aisles in Superstore, our biggest grocery chain, are completely empty all across Canada, because Frito-Lay's decided everyone else is jacking up their prices. We don't need to, but we're going to do it too. And so the largest grocery chain in Canada decided, we're not going to sell your product if you're going to price gouge and now all of a sudden all the potato
You
chip
can't
aisles
find
are empty.
potato chips.
By
Wow.
potato
Even
chips, yeah, by Frito-Lay. So they stopped transporting here, and that's what kicked off the story. And then they found out people are buying less meat and vegetables, which is crazy.
Wow, that's crazy.
Anthony got the pun. Thanks, Anthony.
Even what did he do?
He got my pun. I said it was a little rare on the steaks. Anyway. My wife tells me I'm not that funny, but I appreciate
You're not that.
it.
No, I think I find your humor extremely funny. Let me see here. So that was going on before. Like, this isn't something. This has been climbing for a while now. These prices especially on meat.
Yeah, it has. Like, I used to get little lamb chops that were $5 for a little side piece of lamb chop. That thing's now $15. It's crazy.
Get it.
Yeah,
for American, like Colorado lamb.
No, he said Alberta. A province next door. Right. I mean, they're just driving it from next door. It makes no bloody sense.
Wow.
There was a bridge that went out between Alberta and Vancouver. You may have heard of that. There was a whole bridge that got wiped out by a landslide and a flood. So
of course, yeah.
That's where it started,
not the Hope landslide, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I am aware of that one. Yeah. Yeah, I've been up there a bunch of times, man. I know Vancouver like the back of my hand.
Nice.
Lougheed Highway is my main. It's my main get around. As long as I can get to the casino down by the Hard Rock there and downtown, I'm good. Let me see here. So none of the grocery stores right now are carrying Lay's potato chips. What did you say that was naming your biggest grocer? It's not Safeway, huh?
No, it's Superstore. Real Canadian Superstore.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
There's some other big ones too, but yeah, they don't carry right now any Frito-Lay's products. The whole aisle is empty, so they're going to fill it with no-name brand stuff that we have from local guys here.
Local chip companies?
Yeah, Canadian ones. Like other stores have their own brands, right? President's Choice brand. I don't know why they call it that.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but when I've gone up there, you guys always have. This is going to be way off topic here, but the Lay's potato chips, like we have like a Memphis barbecue. I've seen like Vancouver poutine. Like they have different flavors. Is that coming from a French company out of Montreal, or is that coming from some other province?
I'm not sure where the poutine flavor comes from, but I can tell you the ketchup flavored chips taste different in Canada than they do in the U.S.
In the U.S., I bet they do. I bet everything's a little different.
And A&W, it's funny, A&W restaurant. I went to school for university in Bozeman, Montana. A&W restaurant calls their burgers I think they're like the Mama Burger and Papa Burger. But in Canada, they're called the Teen Burger and the Matzo Burger. So when I went there to order, I'm like, what the hell is this? I brought my buddies up with me to go skiing for a spring break one time, and they couldn't understand our menu. It was pretty funny.
Wow, that's crazy.
Canada.
Let's see here. No wheat. So Corey's talking about the wheat. So that was something that came up. I was watching Bloomberg this morning, real early. They were talking about some of the things that are going to be affected by this possible invasion, and they talked about wheat prices. Obviously, gas and oil. But the third thing was nickel. Apparently, I didn't know this, but Russia has some huge nickel deposits that are running through northern Siberia, and they're a huge exporter of nickel. I never knew that. Did you know that?
No, I'm making a note of that. I'm going to look that up.
Yeah, I think it was like 20%. Maybe it wasn't that high. I saw there were 4 different things that were the main exports, and then the gentleman who was talking to Bloomberg. I can't remember exactly who it was, but he was talking about nickel, and I think nickel was the main one that he was talking about. But yeah, I saw something earlier. Someone talking about oil stocks there. Here it is. And someone was talking about lobster as well, saying that I guess they used to serve. Lobster was a poor man's meat in Newfoundland. Same in Boston, Corey. At the prison in Boston Harbor, when they did excavation there, they found like tons of remains of lobster shells and carcasses, because the cooks used to just go into the harbor, pull out the lobsters, and that's what they would feed the cons. It's crazy. Huh. Yeah, pretty nuts. Let's see here. Stock up on bacon. Good for Hog Farmer says stock up on bacon, Pantheon. Hog Farmer. Yeah. Good for bartering.
Yeah.
Let's see. I got cattle. Oh, any bedtime with Cambridge says any oil stocks I should look in and jump in on. Bedtime stories with Cambridge. I don't follow the commodities like that on a daily basis. I have like my hands full with this play. I don't know, Pantheon, do you want to weigh in on that?
Yeah, I'm 100% invested in AMC. That's like the one thing they say not to do. I've been doing this a long time. I'm comfortable in this position, but this is a good tip. You know, like any oil stocks are going to be going up, so that's something to be thinking about for sure. There's lots of good options in Canada, but across the markets, yes.
Yeah. Let's see here. Someone's saying Nutria is good. That's for oversized rats. Okay. 88 Energy. Is that 88 Energy? I've never heard of that. Is that American or Canadian? Tony Mako. I don't know. Let's see. Manitoba. So there's some people from Manitoba in the chat, Pantheon. Northern Manitoba.
Right on.
Corey. Yeah. Corey, you gotta check out Pantheon. I don't know if you're subscribed to him, but he's on he's a fellow Canuck. A fellow Canuck. IMPP, let's see. So Pantheon, I saw, what was the video that you did the other night? Oh, what was the last video you did? Remind me.
Last one I did was on Trudeau.
Oh, right. So they lifted the Emergencies Act today, right?
They did.
So does everyone have access to their bank accounts again?
They're starting to unfreeze. They were starting that before the announcement today. There was one example of a single mother who donated $5 to the truckers and had all of her accounts frozen. Yeah,
I saw that.
So
that's insane.
All of the arguing in the House of Commons, all the debates, and yet they still proceeded with it, even though the truckers had all left. There was no trucks left. They wanted it for powers. They wanted, you've seen my videos. So like they want to just maintain these powers permanently, and it took Elon Musk and other world leaders to step forward and say, this is garbage. This is like Germany from the 30s or Hitler-esque. And that's the only reason they've stepped back from it. Not because it's the right thing to do. And I've seen people already commenting to my channel about, it's the right thing to do. He's already doing the right thing. No, he's doing it because he got pressured into it.
Yep.
So we'll drop it at
that. I'll just tell you now that I worked all day today on a video that I'm very proud of. I'm gonna put out tomorrow, but I hope you will like it. I tried very hard to show all sides of the story. But to give you an idea of who we're dealing with here with this Trudeau guy, I just can't believe that he was all the things that he said and did running up to his last election, which was last year, right? He just got reelected.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and man, all the things that I'm looking up now, I'm finding out. You won't wait till tomorrow. I'll have it out. I almost did it tonight, but I ran out of time of editing, and I had to come on here. So, do I think the U.S. convoy? Do you think with the U.S. convoy, this administration will freeze bank accounts here? I don't believe so. I don't think they can afford to do anything irrational right now. The Democrats, they are in a world of hurt, and they need to. They can't start trying to demonize people. It didn't work in Canada. It sure as hell ain't gonna work here, especially if I'm on the ground. So, but Pantheon, do you think differently? Do you think that would be possible? I just think they're in a bad spot right now. They can't afford anything. Go ahead.
I think the Democrats can look at what the Liberals in Canada just did and the pressure they got back from what they did and see exactly how that's going to play out, but at a much larger scale if the Democrats go down that same road. I think they can look at it and say, we're not going to be as stupid as they were in Canada.
Yeah.
So I don't think they would go down that road.
Yeah, even though Trudeau was able to convince Biden to come after, to invoke his emergency powers, him doing it himself, I don't think he has the nuts for it. Let's see. I gotta get this comment out of here.
Is that what your video's gonna? You gotta get.
Yes, sir. You know it. I got a 20-minute video coming out tomorrow talking all about WEF.
Oh man. I said, that's why we can't talk about that comment. Oh man.
No. You want to talk about it? That's fine. That's fine.
No.
Hold on 1 second.
No. If you're hitting that tomorrow, I'm eager to see your video. We can talk about it another time.
All right. We'll talk about it on the next stream, definitely.
Yeah, but Harry Parrott, you're exactly right, and there's a lot more to come on that.
Yeah, tons. Tomorrow, just stay tuned. I just want to say, Natsuka Hirabayashi, thank you very much. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate you. Just to let you know, I just don't put them up because I don't want anyone feeling bad or nothing. Pam, I'm glad to have you back, Pam. And thank you to everyone who was moderating for me. I don't know what the hell happened. But thank you so much to Javi and Pam and Natalie, who I forget who the fourth person was, guys, but I would like to shout them out, but I don't remember. But thank you guys for helping me out with that. Did you see that chat, Pantheon? I couldn't even see what was going on. What was happening? Like, just people were coming in trolling?
Yeah, I was following it. You know, what happened, in my opinion, seeing the comments that were being written, was that a lot of people didn't seem very happy with the conversation that you set out to have tonight. And you clearly invited guests to have that discussion, right?
Yeah.
So, you know,
I thought it was important.
I think people just didn't come in expecting that tonight and got thrown off, right? And so I don't think they were bad people necessarily. I just think, you know, with the respect to what Phil was saying, the comments didn't reflect that necessarily. And I think that's why Pam, who did amazing work, and the rest of the mods tonight, Gabby and the rest, kind of just jumped in and dealt with that. So
yeah, you guys saved me, so thank you. You guys saved me. I would never would have been able to catch up with that, and I don't want those things going up on the screen. So I really appreciate you guys doing that. Thank you so much. The fourth person was I just saw it, Liz. Liz, thank you.
Yeah, I think if the topic was known ahead of your live stream, you would have seen a different reaction. But then again, sometimes people don't read. I think you did fine.
Yeah, I just I didn't want to cut anyone off, and Chad has such a small platform, and like he's the one that took the brunt of this. So I really was hoping he would be able to come on and speak his piece. I mean, I wouldn't want that happening to my wife, and if it did, I'd be pissed at the person who did it. I'm not gonna lie. And so I just felt like, you know, if I can give him a little bit of time to talk and get his frustrations out, and see how we can put this behind us. That's my biggest thing, right? I'm trying to be peacemaker. Put this behind us so we can move on, you know? I just think that's important. Let's see here. Biden is just trying to make it impossible for Trump to work. Yeah, that's the thing, right? I mean, I was saying that earlier, Kevin, that for 4 years, we had not even an inkling of hostility with any other of our normal enemies. And somehow, in less than a year, this guy's got us back on the front lines. I just don't understand. And I'm not taking Russia's side, but I understand where they're coming from. And, you know, you can only push someone so far until they're going to push back. And they've been pushing on Putin. And I know that sounds like that I'm, you know, taking Putin's side, and I'm not, you know, but I understand what that's going for. If you saw nuclear or you saw missiles in Tijuana tomorrow morning, trust me, there would be an invasion. All right. Bedtime Stories of Cambridge says AMC squeeze before the end of the summer. I hope to hell so. Bedtime Stories of Cambridge. Let me ask you something, Pantheon. Do you think think that we will go past another June, another summertime squeeze? Do you think we will go longer than a calendar year from run up to the next run up?
I don't discuss prices, and I don't discuss
not
dates.
not dates. Do you think that we could possibly have another pop before we get back to the year, you know, the year that we built up to on June 3rd? Like, do you think we're going to go longer than the summer?
Talking about the cycle theory, right? You're talking about the cycle theory.
Yes.
For another run, and then we'd have to go for another cycle after that.
Yes.
I hope that's not the case.
Yeah.
I hope that's not the case, because I think we'd lose a whole ton of people if that were to happen. I think people would look at the last run up and say, if I would have sold at 72, I could have bought in now in the teens, which of course would effectively kill the squeeze. I think people would, in that instance, if they thought it was happening again, then they would definitely do that. So I'd hate to see a cycle play out. I didn't think we'd be sitting here 13 months later, let alone, look out another year. Biggums is the one who doesn't like dates as well, but Biggums is saying he thinks it can't go beyond 2022. So that's about as much of a wide margin as he's provided, right?
Yeah. Did you ever tackle the subject of how long they could possibly kick this can, like financially? Did you ever look into that?
I looked into it, but I didn't produce any content related to that topic.
Did you ever get a consensus on how much, how long they could possibly? No, okay.
No,
it's really hard to pin down, right?
Well, they're taking premiums on the options every week that people just didn't quite understand. The crypto was a piggy bank for them, and there's so many ways for them to make money. It's not. It's difficult to kind of project, right? How they're going to do. So
yeah,
it's really, I hate to say it, but like they're not going to run out of money and force this play. That's not going to happen.
No. We dreamed for a while about that, right?
We did.
When we heard we were taking billions a week from them.
But they can't do this forever. They just can't. Like at some point, they're going to have to look to their investors and explain why they're not making the gains they were making before. And when they took the efforts to lock in their investors to only allow them to withdraw, it was like, 8% a quarter, which would effectively take them 4 years to pull their funds out. Imagine being Michael Jordan and having $40 million tied into a hedge fund and being told you can't pull your money out for a total of 4 years. Like, I mean, you just be like, are you absolutely? I mean, I don't mean to. I love Michael Jordan. I'm saying he's a rich guy. Like, you'd have to be crazy to someone to change the terms after the agreement. And those are the kind of things these guys were doing. And these are the kind of clues that show you that they are hurting. And Citadel taking their first outside investment in the history of Citadel. That's telling, right? Now, is that telling that they need the money to pay for this play? No. But is he looking at other things like changing, becoming a bank, adding himself to be even bigger? Yeah, I think that's what he's up to. I think that's Ken Griffin's next step is he's looking to get a bank set up.
You don't think he's running for Congress?
So far, he has been more the person paying for the guys and pushing them. He wants to be the puppet master behind the scenes. I've heard recently that maybe he's thinking about running himself. That might explain why they went ape crap on their Twitter account back on us after having sat silent for 8 months with Citadel.
For 8 months.
Yeah,
I know.
And then start throwing tweets back at us to try and reform his image and put him out there. God, he looked terrible when they put him out there for that shit.
Oh my God, the before and after photos. Jeez, like he had just been through the ringer, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
He looked stressed out. Like his face was disheveled. Looked like he was breaking out, or like he'd been drinking too much for like a year straight. It was pretty wild. Looking at those before and after photos.
I'd be surprised to see him actually want to run for government. I think the real powers that be behind the scenes. You can be that person and not be. He's already obviously known from this play, but
look at the donations he's making to the Republican Party. Like what, $2 million last year. I mean, him and Peter Thiel. They got plenty of power right now. I'm not worried about Ken Griffin needing to get into Congress. I can't imagine that he would get in at this point. I mean, after this whole shenanigans, that he would have to really go on a PR campaign to build back up his credibility. I don't know if you can perjure yourself in front of Congress and still run for Congress, right?
Who the hell knows these days?
Yeah, I know. I don't know if you heard me earlier, but I was looking into back in 2012 when the DOJ went after Wall Street, and I was just looking up the information about how these guys half-assed the whole investigation. You know what I mean? They knew that none of these bankers were going to get taken down. No one that wears a suit and is an exec was going to take the fall for this. And sure enough, and a couple guys in Congress who were beholden to no one. Kaufman was one of the guys, and Grassley. They tried to go after the hedge funds, and the DA would not. Holden and those guys would not bring any charges. It sucked. It was sad. Let's see. In the Crane issue, we broke an agreement. World War II. Exactly. Yes. That's a true point. Harry Parrott, that is a true point. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I understand You can only break treaties so many times. I mean, if that happened in ancient Greece, you would get smoked. I mean, it's just, you know, that's not how it's not how you make diplomatic negotiations and keep breaking your word. What good is it then? Oh boy. Pantheon, do you understand what I'm talking about? That about like the NATO thing and this infringing on their sovereign territory?
Yeah, you talked about that last Friday a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm up to speed on that. Yeah, it's,
okay.
You know, it's interesting how they try to make someone the villain when if you start to understand the real bigger story, it's not that clear, right?
Yep. And I think he sees an opportunity here. He's got a window, a very small window, I think that's closing quickly. Because if there is a red tidal wave in November, you might get a lot more strict opposition, right? And a Congress who says maybe we'll, I don't know. That's of course just speculation, but I think he sees his window closing and he wants to get in. I think he wants to grab these couple regions, keep his troops in Belarus. And I feel bad for the refugees and the people that are going to suffer. Because it's not going to be Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and Nancy Pelosi suffering. It's going to be the people of Ukraine and the soldiers that are fighting this war.
That's
so,
right.
You know?
That's right.
Oh, man. All right. It's midnight. We have been on for almost 4 hours. Pantheon, I got to go to bed, man. I can't do another 4 or 5 hour live stream tonight. I was working all day and working on this video, so I got to try to get some sleep. All right, man. But thank you so much for coming on, Pantheon. I really appreciate it. And just know you're always welcome. So if you ever want to come on, you don't have to wait for an invitation. Just pop in the chat. You know what I mean?
I just busting your chops. That's all.
No, I know. But I'm just saying, going forward, you don't need an invitation. You have an open invitation. I mean, I don't think there's anyone on here that doesn't have an open invitation to come on. As long as they're holding AMC and not causing controversy, I'm good, you know?
Right on.
Okay. All right, guys. So I'm going to draw this live stream to a close. We're literally 1 minute from midnight, and I'm probably going to be up. Yeah, thank you, mods. Yes, again, thank you, mods. Liz, Javi, Natalie, and Pam especially. Pam is my girl. Lupe, thank you. Mike, thank you. I don't know, Pantheon, are you still there?
Yep, I'm still here, sir.
Okay. Do you want to, I don't know, I think everyone's probably subscribed to you, but just in case, do you want to just say your channel and...
I wasn't gonna. Actually, you know what? I've never once in my videos asked for a subscription, a like, a share. So I'm not going to do that here. I am going to say, everyone here for the Massive Warriors channel, you're smart for being here. This guy is excellent. I think everyone here is watching because they agree with me. I'm a big fan of your channel, and I appreciate listening to your videos and getting a chance to converse with you. So thank you for letting me come on tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, much love to my Canadian ape brother. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. And yeah, thank you, mods, for bailing me out tonight. I couldn't have done this without you. So thank you guys so much for volunteering to do this and really like locking these people down. I really appreciate it. All right, guys. I hope you have a great evening, and we will talk tomorrow. Yeah, I'll have a video out tomorrow afternoon, hopefully by like 1 or 2 o'clock, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. But say your prayers for the people of Ukraine tonight and the soldiers who are going to get messed up in this war, and hopefully it's short and quick and not a lot of people get hurt. All right, guys. Have a good night. I will see you tomorrow. Love you all. Bye-bye.